এখনো বুঝিনু প্রভু তোমার চরণ। अशोक भयामृत पूर्ण सर्वखाण। सकल छड़िया तुवा चरण कमले। पड़ियाछि आमि नाथ तव पद तले। तव पाद पद्मनाथ रखिबे आमारे। आर राख करता नाही ये भव संसारे। आमि तव नित्य दास जानिनु ये बार। आमार पालन भारा एखनो तोमारा। बड़ दुख पाइयाछि स्वतंत्र जीवने। दुख दूरे गेलो ओ पदवरणे। दुख दूरे जे पद लागिया रामा तपस्या करिला। जे पद पाइया शिवा शिवत्वलभीला। जे पद लभिया ब्रह्मा कृतार्थ होइला। जे पद नारद मुनि हृदय धरिला। से अभय पद शिरे ते धरिया। परम आनंद नाचे पद गुण गाइया। परम संसार विपद होइते अवश्य उद्धार। भक्ति विनोद पद करिबे तुम्हारा। भक्ति विनोद एक न बुझी न प्रभु तुम्हारा चरण। अशोक भयामृत पूर्ण सर्वखाण। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। हरे कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Ekona bhujinu Prabhu tomara charana Ekona bhujinu Prabhu Ashoka bhayamrita purna charvakhana Ashoka bhayamrita purna charvakhana Jaya Radha Gopal Radhe Jaya Gauranithai Jaya Gauranithai Nithai Gaura Haribol Nithai Gaura Haribol एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमती डिवाइन ग्रेस अभय चरणारविंद भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शिल प्रभुपाद की ISKCON founder आचार्य BBT founder आचार्य savior of the whole world शिल प्रभुपाद की एवं विष्णुपाद परमहंस परिव्रजकाचार्य अष्टोत्तर शत श्री श्रीमद भक्ति सिद्धांत सरस्वती गोस्वामी ठाकुर शिल प्रभुपाद की अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की नमाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोपिका श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरिराज गोवर्धन की ब्रजभूमि श्री वृंदावन धाम की मथुरा पुरी धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की श्री नवद्वीप मायापुर धाम की गंगा मैया की यमुना मैया की भक्ति देवी की श्रीमती तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की श्री श्री राधा गोपाल की श्री श्री गौर निताय की ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे ऑल ग्लोरीज टू द assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to the assembled devotees all glories to Shri Guru and Shri Gauranga Namam Vishnupadaya Krishna Prishtaya Bhutale Shrimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamin iti namine Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine. The meaning of this song by Thakur Bhakti Vinod is I know now your divine feet are a refuge free from all sorrow and fear, eternally full of sweet nectar. At the soles of those lotus feet, I surrender myself and all I possess. O Lord, there is no other protection but you in this world of birth and death. At last, I know myself to be your eternal servant, whose maintenance you have assured. Life before, without you, held nothing but sorrow. Now I live free from all misery. Lakshmi, desiring such a place at your lotus feet, executed austerities. Only after securing a place by your lotus feet did Lord Shiva attain his Shivatva, or quality of auspiciousness. Upon obtaining those feet, Lord Brahma became successful in life, and the great sage Narad Muni held those 2 feet to his heart. Your lotus feet drive away all fear. Having held them to my head, I dance in great ecstasy, singing their glories. Your lotus feet will deliver Bhakti Vinod from the perils of worldly journey. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupaha Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guroho Shriyuta Pada Kamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणा ललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवास आदि गौर भक्त वृंद। हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे हरे, हरे राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna. Welcome to our morning discussion on the topic of Brahma's prayers to Lord Krishna from 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam, 14th chapter. So the background is when in the marriage of Vasudeva and Devaki, there was announcement that Kamsa, who was driving the chariot for Vasudeva and Devaki, the eighth son of Devaki will be the cause of your death. So he at once wanted to kill Devaki, but Vasudeva intervened, and then they both were arrested. They gave birth to one after other 6 children. 7th was miscarriage, thought to be, and then 8th was Krishna, who after birth requested Vasudeva to take him to Nanda Maharaj house across Yamuna, where he was taken, and he grew there. Kamsa, knowing that my death is there, he kept sending demons after demons. Krishna kept killing them. When Aghasur was sent, who was feared by even demigods, Krishna killed him also effortlessly. So then all the demigods celebrated, playing drums, then other instruments. That sound went all the way to to Brahma's ears. Brahma came out and inquired what happened. Then he was told, just now this small boy, Krishna, killed Aristasur. Krishna killed Aghasur. Then he was surprised. How come? It's not possible. He's just a small boy. All the demigods put together were easily defeated by this Aghasur, who was brother of Bakasur and Putana. He wanted to take revenge. Then he thought, let me test whether he's really Supreme Personality Godhead. That's what people say. Then he stole all the cows and cowherd boys. He kept them in a cave, covered it with a boulder, went to Brahmalok, came after a while, but meanwhile 1 year passed by here. Krishna did not want any of the cowherd men, women and others to suffer separation from these boys and cows. He only expanded in the form of all this. And what was wonderful drama, nobody suspected, except 4-5 days before 1 year got over. Balramji detected when he saw that the cowherd men grazing cows on the top, and the cows saw the cows on the bottom of the hill, ran with high speed, started clicking up their bodies and offering even milk, though it was not required because they were grown up cows. But then these men came running to chastise those cows. But when they reached bottom of the hill, they also were very loving to their children. Then Balramji understood there is something wrong. How come this is happening here? Then he understood. He asked Krishna, and Krishna told, I have only expanded in the form of all these cowherd boys and cows. Then that is the time Brahma, when he returned, he saw again Krishna was there with all the cowherd boys, nicely taking prasadam on the bank of the Yamuna. So then he got bewildered. He went to the cave there to see whether what's the problem. whether they all escaped from there, which was not so easy because it was a huge boulder. Then he found they were there. Again he covered the cave with the boulder. Again came back here. Here also they are there. So he thought that when I run there, all these boys go and appear to be sleeping there. And when I come here, they again come here. So he did it 3-4 times. Then he understood it is not like that. And then Krishna, in order to relieve him of his confusion, Krishna showed his 400 Narayan forms. Then Brahmaji understood, really this boy is none other than the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He came and he bowed down to Krishna. This is the photo. Devotees have drawn very wonderfully. Krishna is there. So this description, with this description only 14th chapter begins. It has 40 prayers by Brahma, 1 to 40, of which we'll try to see 20 in the morning and 20 in the evening. So the first one. Shri Brahmo Vacha Naumidyate Abhravapushe Tadidambaraya Gunjavatam Saparipicha Lasanmukhaya Vanyasraje Kavalavetra Vishanavenu Lakshmashriye Mrudupade Pashupangajaya. Lord Brahma said, my dear Lord, you are the only worshipable Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and therefore I offer my humble obeisances and prayers just to please you. O son of the king of the cowherds, your transcendental body is dark blue like a new cloud. Your garment is brilliant like lightning, and the beauty of your face is enhanced by your gunja earrings and a peacock feather on your head. Wearing garlands of various forest flowers and leaves, and equipped with a herding stick, a buffalo horn, and a flute, you stand beautifully with a morsel of food in your hand. This is a description of Krishna's beauty, description of Krishna's form. Once you start chanting the holy name of the Lord, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, then form should manifest automatically. Abhinnatvam nama namino. There is no difference between the person whose name is being chanted, Krishna, and his name, the holy name, the Shabda Brahma, transcendental sound vibration. But if one is committing offenses, then that won't happen. Nam and Nami will be two separate things. Here is Krishna and holy name is there. So that they are one, understanding will not be there. But here, because now Brahma has understood Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and the topmost Supreme Personality of Godhead is Krishna. So he has chanted Krishna's name. So then the form is revealed and he is describing that form, glorifying that form. Naumidya. I offer my praise and worshipable Lord, Idya. Te Abhravapushe. His body is like a dark cloud. Krishna is Ganesham, Sham Sundar. Tadid Ambaraya. And his body, Vapushe, Tadid Ambaraya. His garment is like lightning. Gunja Avatamsa with ornaments. Gunja is made of small berries. Krishna in Vrindavan decorates himself with all the herbs and leaves, flowers, forest flower garlands, Vaijanti Mala, 5 different flowers mixed together, long garland. Like that he dresses himself. Paripicha is the peacock feather. Lasan Mukhaya, resplendent face. Vanyasraje, he is wearing the flower garland of forest flowers. Kavala Vetra, Kaval is a morsel of food in his left hand. There is rice mixed with curd, dahi bhat, dadhi bhat, that is there in his left hand. Vetra Vishana Venu, then there is flute, then buffalo horn and stick, Vetra, covered stick, you can see there also. To the right hand below that, there is there. So once it seems early days that was not there. So Prabhupada said that Krishna standing so long So maybe having little difficulty. Some arm rest should be provided, hand rest. So then that was one. That is natural. It is deities are given that. In the night we remove that because he is put to rest. Vanyasraje Kavala Vetra Vishana Venu Lakshma Shriye. Lakshma is characterized by Shriye, whose beauty. Mrudupade, soft lotus feet. Pashupangajaya. He is the son of the cowherd man, Nanda Maharaj. Like that, his description. So, Srila Sanatan Goswami said the Lord held a cowherding stick and buffalo horn pressed under his left arm, and his flute was placed under his belt. Beautiful young Krishna, decorated with multicolored forest minerals, exhibited opulences far greater than those of Vaikuntha. Although Brahma had seen innumerable four-handed forms of the Lord, he now surrendered unto the lotus feet of the two-armed form of Krishna, who appeared as the son of Nanda Maharaj. Brahma offered his praise to that form. So the form is described to who are the prayers being offered to. And this form is far superior to all other four-handed forms of Lord, with of whom he had lot of experience. Brahma every time goes. But anyway, he cannot see, but some time here and there he has seen the Lord. Four-handed form only is known, but two-handed form. That's why the original doubt was also, how can he be the Supreme Lord? He's just an ordinary human being. Krishna comes Martyani, what he says, the 20th, I think, shloka. Gudha kapata manushaha. He comes in the form of a human being, Narakruti. So that's why confusion appears to even demigods. Tene Brahma Rudhaya Adikavaye Muyyanti Suraya. Tejo Varim Yatha Vinimay Yatrastri Sarga Ambrusha. So that is said that even Suras are also put to bewilderment. Muyyanti Suraya. Even the demigods get bewildered. So many demigods, pastimes are there. Varun got bewildered. Yamaraj got bewildered. Indra got bewildered. Here Brahma got bewildered. But we have to know Brahma is very special. Brahma is the first Acharya of our Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya. He is the creator. To his heart only, the Lord reveals what is going to happen now and what accordingly the course of action should be for all the demigods. Every time there is a cosmic disturbance, demigods headed by Brahma go to Shirudaksha Vishnu at Kshirosagar. They offer Purusha Sukta prayers. There are so many other demigods. Shiva is also there, but because Shiva is part of destruction and that is not time for destruction, Lord does not reveal to Shiva what's going to happen. It is only unto the heart of Brahma, Adi Kavi, the original person, to his heart. Tene Brahma. Brahma is spiritual knowledge. Rudhaya, Rudha, to his heart. Adi Kavi, Brahma. So that is the first one. Second onwards, I will recite. Asyapi deva vapusho madanugrahasya swechhamayasya natu bhutamayasya koapi neshe mahi tvavasitum manasantarena sakshat tavaiva kimutatma sukhanubhutehe. My dear Lord, neither I nor anyone else can estimate the potency of this transcendental body of yours, which has shown such mercy to me and which appears just to fulfill the desires of your pure devotees. Although my mind is completely withdrawn from material affairs, I cannot understand your personal form. How then could I possibly understand the happiness you experience within yourself? So 3-4 things he's telling in this. So in order to understand Krishna's personal form, one has to withdraw from material affairs. Jnanis, yogis, they give up completely the materialistic life. They go to forest all alone. They practice penance, or they study scriptures, etc. But it's a lonely life. They don't stay in society. There is some kind of sense gratification. Sense gratification means Sutamita Ramani Samaje. In friendship, love and society. This is how society, friendship, love. Suta, the family members. Mitra, the relatives or the friends, and Ramani, women. So this is how the sense gratification goes on. They give up all these three. They go to forest and keep meditating on the form of the Lord, discussing about the Lord. So much they do, but then also it is not so easy to understand the Lord. Vedeshu durlabham Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. By bhakti only he can be understood. And through Vedas, he is Adurlabham. Vedeshu Durlabham. He is Durlabham. Vedeshu Durlabham. Adurlabham Atma Bhakto. But he is not Durlabh by bhakti. So those who perform bhakti or those who are bhaktas, they can understand. Brahma is saying here, although my mind is completely withdrawn from material affairs, I cannot understand your personal form. Especially Krishna as a person cannot be understood. That Bhagwan aspect is only for those who perform bhakti. Bhaktya tu ananyaya shakya aham evam vidorjunaha gyatum drashtum cha tatvena praveshtum cha parantapa. Only by undivided devotional service can I be understood as I am, not otherwise. So Brahma, though he is a devotee only, but then because he wanted to test Krishna, then Krishna does not reveal as he is. One who accepts Krishna to be the Supreme Personal Godhead, Lord and Master of his heart, as his loving Father, to him Krishna will appear as a loving Father, as the Supreme Personal Godhead. Because Brahma wanted to test, so he could not understand. How then could I possibly understand the happiness you experience within yourself? So, first of all, you cannot understand Krishna, so the happiness Krishna feels within, how can that be understood? We are given a glimpse of that in Brahma Madhva Gaudiya Sampradaya by the mercy of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is none other than Krishna, who himself did not understand the ecstasy that Radharani feels in serving him because of her love. So then he came as Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to experience that within himself with his devotees, and then external manifestation of that same love, Krishna Prem, that Radharani has for Krishna, which Krishna is trying to learn by coming as Srimati Radharani's complexion he has taken and her mood he has taken. So we are given a glimpse of it. So it's not so easy to understand. The more you chant Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, and more you distribute this holy name to others, then you will realize, you'll understand. Otherwise, not so easy. Brahma is also saying, how then could I possibly understand the happiness you experience within yourself? That is not so easy to understand. Krishna could not understand. Brahma could not understand. So who are we? Are we superior to Krishna and Brahma? No. But by the mercy of the Lord, especially by the mercy of Srimati Radharani and Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is again Krishna only, but still special personality. So we can understand. Otherwise, not so easy. In the purport, Prabhupada disciples write, as stated by Brahma himself in the Brahma Samhita, Angani yasya sakalendriya vrittimanti. This verse indicates not only that the Lord can perform any bodily function with any of his limbs, but also that he can see through the eyes of his Vishnu expansions, or indeed through the eyes of any living entity. And similarly that he can hear through the ears of any Vishnu or Jiva expansions. So Lord can see through our eyes also, through Vishnu Tattva's eyes also. So it is not just his ears can see, his tongue can see, his hands can see, his stomach can see. That is okay. His senses are interchangeable. Not just that much limited. He can see through Vishnu Tattva eyes also. Through Vishnu's eyes he can see, through Narsinghdev's eyes he can see. He's seeing all of us every moment. And not only that, he can see through Jivas also, other living entities also. So how amazing is the Lord? Very amazing. That's why you should read all the books of Prabhupada. Otherwise, throughout life, first time I heard this, Prabhuji. Yeah, because you have not read Prabhupada books. As simple as that. It's in Prabhupada books. Chil Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur points out that although the Lord can perform any function with any of his senses, in his transcendental pastimes as Sri Krishna, he generally sees with his eyes, touches with his hands, hears with his ears, and so on. Thus, he behaves like the most beautiful and charming young cowherd boys. So, if Krishna closes his eyes, he says, I am not able to see you. Hey, Sudama, where are you hiding? Just now we saw how he is. He can not only see through his backside, through his back he can see, through Vishnu Tattvas he can see, through any Jiva he can see. So what is the problem? Where is Shridama and all that? Shridama is hiding behind the tree. So through that tree only Krishna can see. He is here. But Krishna acts like an ordinary human being, like a child. So what he does? So his eyes are closed. Hey Shridama, where are you? Hey, tell me. Now I'll find it out, where will you hide? So he pretends to be unaware of where Sridhama is hiding and all that. He knows everything. He's omniscient. Among all the transcendental forms of the Lord, the two-armed form of Govinda, Krishna, is original and supreme. Thus, Lord Govinda's pastimes of stealing butter, drinking the gopis' breast milk, tending the cows, playing his flute, and playing childhood sports are extraordinary, even in comparison with the activities of the Lord's Vishnu expansions. Of certainly, Vishnu Tattva and Krishna, okay, Krishna is the origin. Deepar Chirai Vahi Dashantnaram Abhyupetya दीपायते विवृत हेतु समान धर्म यस्तादृगेव हि च विष्णु तया विभाति गोविंदमादि पुरुषम तमहम भजामि. Like one original candle with which all other candles are lit up, and then this candle is also kept in the middle. All appear same, but there is a difference. Original candle is original candle. So that way it doesn't appear to be much difference between Krishna and Vishnu Tattva. But still Krishna has 64 qualities, whereas Vishnu Tattvas have only 60. Krishna has Rupa Madhuri, Venu Madhuri, Bhakta Madhuri and Lila Madhuri. The way Krishna plays flute, no other Vishnu Tattva plays. That some foreign philosopher or somebody came and he was going in search of the Lord in Kolkata. Different temples he went. When he entered in Krishna's temple and came out, he said, "Here is the Lord of all lords." Then they asked, "Based on what you said so?" Then he said, "Everywhere I went, God was doing some activity. Durga's temple he went, the God was killing some demon. Then some other temple, the Lord is with sword. Some other temple, he is with bow and arrows. But here I see the Lord is just playing on his flute. He has fun time, merry time. And with his girlfriend, he's dancing also. He's not doing an activity, he's just enjoying life. So this must be God. Nothing to do. Natasya karyam karanam cha vidyate. Natas samaschabhya dikascha drushyate. Swabhaviki balak kriya cha. What is one line missing? Parasya shaktir vividhaiva shruyate. Swabhaviki baladhyana kriya cha. So natas karyas karanam cha shamate. There is no activity for the Lord assigned. नमाम कर्माणि लिम्पन्ति नमे कर्म फले स्पृहा इति माम यो अभिजानाति कर्म सबन्ध्यते. So there is no action, no activities. The activities he performed, they have no reaction also. One who understands about the Lord that any activity performed, there is no reaction for it. He also is not bound up in the cycle of birth and death. So what an amazing person he is. But still, he appears to be doing so many activities, like here it is mentioned, stealing butter, playing his flute, childhood sports, and all that. So Krishna is supreme. He's so sweet. Bhakta Madhuri. Rupa, this Venu Madhuri, then Rupa Madhuri is so beautiful. There's no parallel to Krishna's beauty. Yes, Vishnu Tattvas are also beautiful, no doubt. But no comparison to Krishna's beauty. Just when we see it, then only we'll understand. प्रेमाञ्जनः चुरितभक्तिविलोचनेन सन्तः सदैव हृदयेषु विलोकयन्ति यं श्यामसुन्दरमचिन्त्य गुणस्वरूपं गोविन्दमादिपुरुषं तमहं भजामि. Here we see, but because our eyes are not filled with love for Krishna, we may appreciate on some different level. But that's okay. That's why hearing. Actual seeing is through hearing. The more you hear, heart is purified. Then you can see with the transcendental vision. Otherwise, with these eyes, charma chakshus, also Lord is undoubtedly beautiful. But as we evolve in consciousness, then we can really appreciate Krishna's beauty. And the glimpse of spiritual world, Krishna in spiritual world is, it's very bright. Bright colors are there. We don't have experience of such bright colors in this world. Like we see so many colors here. We have, so to say, bright colors, but nothing like spiritual world when you see directly Krishna in the spiritual world. It's quite shining, resplendent, and quite bright like that. So when you see that, you'll forget the whole world. This experience of one sannyasi was telling. He was in coma or something like that, and he got a glimpse of spiritual world and all that. So he was telling how it is like. It is there, it seems, on the internet, like that. So Rai Shambhu asked him, "Could you please tell what exactly happened?" So he was telling how he got a glimpse of spiritual world. That Bhakti Rasa and Sagar Swami Maharaj. Disciple, I think. Yes. Okay, next. Next is, so 5 famous slokas are there in this first 20 verses, and then 5 famous slokas are there in next 20 verses. So the first one in one sense. Now second one, you can repeat. Jnane prayasamudapasya namanta eva जीवन्ति सन्मुखरितां भवदीयवार्ताम् स्थाने स्थितः श्रुतिगतां तनुवान् मनोभिः ये प्रायशो अजितजितोऽपि तैस्त्रिलोक्याम्. Sanskrit is such a twisted language. Your tongue will rotate in all different directions in your mouth. Ooh, what is it? ये प्रायशो अजित जितो अपित स्त्रीलोक्यम. What is this? So anybody who knows Sanskrit, he will be very good in dramas. He will be very good in dialogues. Traditionally, the film actors and actresses had to know Sanskrit so that dialogue they can fluently pronounce and all that. One Marathi artist, Marathi actor was telling old movies. Bhakti Rasamswami Maharaj had arranged a Sanskrit Sammelanam. So he had been invited. So he was telling how Sanskrit is very important, was important for us to be famous actors, because for dialogues we needed Sanskrit. So we were trained in Sanskrit from childhood. The translation is, those who, even while remaining situated in their established social positions, throw away the process of speculative knowledge and with their body, words, and mind offer all respects to descriptions of your personality and activities, dedicating their lives to these narrations, which are vibrated by you personally and by your pure devotees, certainly conquer your lordship, although you are otherwise unconquerable by anyone within the three worlds. So, Jnane Prayasam. So, Prayas for Gyan, for acquiring this mental speculation and all that. Udapasya, one who has given up this prayas for acquiring knowledge, speculative knowledge. Namanta eva, and such a person who offers obeisances to the Lord. Jivanti, he lives like this. Sant mukharitam bhavadiya vatam. Bhavadiya vartam, your activities about you, he keeps hearing. San mukharitam, the words coming from, the description, glories coming from the devotees of the Lord. Sat mukharitam. Sthane stita shrutigatam. Wherever he is, there only he is situated. As a brahmachari, he situates in brahmacharya ashram. As a grahastha, he remains in grahastha ashram. Sthane stita shrutigatam, and he keeps hearing. Tanuvan manobhir, with his body, mind, and words. Ye prayasho, with the most part like this. Ajita, the Lord who is unconquerable. Jito api, gets conquered. Asi, you become Tahitrilokyam, by them within the three worlds. You get conquered by those devotees who, wherever they are situated, keep hearing about you. So just be here only, huh? Don't leave. Even if this class goes till 9 p.m. Not 9 a.m. 9 p.m. So then you will realize the Lord. You will conquer the Lord rather. So what more than that is required? How many of you want to conquer the Lord? Maybe currently you are conquered by material energy. So we cannot conquer over material energy, but we can conquer Krishna. So once you conquer Krishna, material energy is under his grip. So it's understood. You have conquered material energy also. I heard that His Holiness Gaur Govind Swami Maharaj, after he gave up Grahastha ashram and he was in search of Guru, from whom he wanted to take sannyas, he went all over India searching for such Guru. He met many people, but he rather came across many Mayavadis and he smashed them like anything. Because from childhood he was worshipping Gopal Ji and these fellows. So rather than getting Guru, he was only Guru for all those Mayavadi Gurus, like that. So then one point of time, there was a place he wanted to reach. For that, in between the river was there, and one lady he came across. She was wearing some white clothes or something. Sorry. So then he asked, where is that river or something like that? I need to cross it to go. So then she said, I will show you. So she traveled with him. Then after some time of traveling, it was lonely forest path. Only they two were there. Then they reached the bank of that river. Seems there was a boat. So Maharaj boarded the boat. And then he asked, or before boarding, he asked, so would you like to come to the other side? She said, no. This side represents material world, that side represents spiritual world. And I am Maya Devi. So I just wanted to test you whether you are really for Krishna. So you have passed the test. Hare Krishna. So then he boarded the boat and he went to the other side. Just like that I have heard. So then ultimately he met Prabhupada. And first interaction only, Prabhupada said, why are you going all over India like this? He said, I'm in search of a guru who will give me sannyas. Prabhupada said, I will give you sannyas. So the first beginning only, contract began with, I will give you sannyas. Prabhupada promising him, and I will give you sannyas. That's why afterwards, sometime later, after 1 or 2 years after his initiation, then Prabhupada said, so I want to give sannyas to Govind, like that, Das. Is that okay? Because the GBC committee was there, no? GBC were authorities in ISKCON. They said, Prabhupada, he's a neophyte. How can you give him sannyas? Prabhupada said, you are neophytes. I have decided to give sannyas. Any objection? No, Prabhupada. Prepare danda. Yes, Prabhupada. So they prepared danda and Prabhupada gave him sannyas. So amazing. He was very exalted soul from childhood. Recently I happened to speak on him in Warangal Voice. They asked to speak on some 6 personalities. One Monday, one. So it was nice. I had to prepare then. I did not know many things. Here the word Udapasya clearly indicates that one should not even slightly endeavor to understand the absolute truth by the process of mental speculation, for it invariably carries one to an imperfect, impersonal understanding of God. The word Jivanti indicates that a devotee who always hears about Lord Krishna will go back home, back to Godhead, even if he can do nothing except maintain his existence and hear topics concerning the Lord. Jai, Haribol. Good news. You heard? The word Jivanti indicates that a devotee who always hears about Lord Krishna will go back home, back to Godhead, even if he can do nothing except maintain his existence. Labho jivita yavada. Just keep body and soul together. Soul should not jump out of the body. So you can do some job in our youth forum. Means you should become brahmachari, but you are not ready to be brahmachari. So in temple you can do office boy in ISKCON youth forum, like that. We will give you 1000 rupees per month and free accommodation, free prasad. Okay, na? So you have to just keep yourself alive, maintain his existence, and then hear topics concerning the Lord. So then you'll go back to Godhead. Okay, best is to become brahmachari without even that 1000 rupees. Full time service, 24 hours. In the midnight also, if you are woken up, you are ready. Yes, Prabhu. Yes, sir. Any service? And the service is, Prabhu, please take rest. And here is a mosquito net. You slept without mosquito net. So I wanted to give you. So sleep inside the mosquito. Okay. So nice. Krishna is so merciful. I was anyway peacefully sleeping. Nidra Devi and Maya Devi both are very merciful to me. But this Prabhu is more merciful. He gave me sukoon mosquito net. अभी किसी मच्छर की ये मजाल कि मुझे किस करे नहीं. I always miss, kiss, and miss also. So like that. So Srila Sanatana Goswami has explained the words Tanuvan Manobhihi by the body, words and mind in 3 ways. So now 3, little technical, but try to hear and understand. In reference to devotees, through their body, words and mind, they are able to conquer Lord Krishna. Thus, becoming perfect in Krishna consciousness, they can touch his lotus feet with their hands, with the body touching the lotus feet of the Lord, can call him to come with their words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So fast you can call Krishna. Immediately Radha Krishna both are present. Yes, my dear devotee. What is that? Like that. You imagine now you have to call Radhesham Prabhu. Call. My God, you have to know the number of the assistant. Radhesham Prabhu doesn't carry mobile. And then you have to know whether he's in India or abroad. So then abroad, that means timings are different. They may be sleeping also. So, and then after that, he may not agree also. His whole year's calendar is packed. So he'll say, no, next year, 2027, 2026 is packed. Did he come till now? October. So okay, so that one is planned. So he'll say, October I'm coming. Not now, sorry. Like that. So difficult to get him here. Narendra Modi also, if you want to call him, my God. In 2126, he may come. If you call him now. It's so difficult. But Radha Krishna are ever always there. Just by using your words. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. मोरारचा मूर्ति माता तुम्ही से धारणी जीवा रूपा तुम्ही माता नामेरा जननी. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling before sannyas to Mother Sachi, consoling her that don't worry, mother. Our relationship is eternal. When I came as Lord Ram, you are my mother Kausalya. When I came as Krishna, you are my mother Devaki. When I came as Lord Kapila, you are my mother Devati. When I came as Lord Vamandev, you are my mother Aditi. In Kali Yuga, I will appear in the form of Sankirtan. So there are two incarnations I will appear. One is in the form of Archamurti, the deities, and there you will be my mother Dharani. From earth comes Archa Vigraha, whether it is made up of Archa Vigraha is made up of stone, marble, wood, or soil, anything. It all comes from Dharani only. Jivha Rupa Tumi Mata Namera Janani. When I come in the form of holy name, you are my mother in the form of tongue. So tongue is the mother of holy name. Jivha Rupa Tumi Mata Namera Janani. You are the mother of Nam, holy name. So fortunate. We have to just use our words. And so easy, isn't it? All the time you can, so much we speak throughout day, isn't it? Unlimited talk time. Why it is unlimited talk time? Because people want to talk unlimitedly, isn't it? And if you have to, for every call, you have to pay 1 rupee, 2 rupee. It will be very costly. So much you unlimitedly want to speak. So they have one package you purchase, 300-400 rupees. Whole month, unlimitedly keep talking. Bill will be only 300-400 rupees. That's it. That package you have already purchased. So that's what he's saying. Call him to come with their words and attain his direct audience within the mind simply by thinking about him. You think of Radha Gopal. You are there in temple. And you can have the audience of the Lord. Direct audience. The next. In the case of non-devotees, the words Tanuvan Manobhi refer to the word Ajita, unconquered, and indicate that those not engaged in the loving service of Lord Krishna cannot conquer the absolute truth by their bodily strength, verbal expertise, or mental power. So for them, no. Tanu Van Manobir. With their body, mind, and words, they cannot achieve Krishna. Those who are non-devotees. No matter how much bodily strength they have, some very powerful wrestlers and all that, they cannot get Krishna. Verbal expertise. They may be eloquent speakers, orators, and very influencing, what they call motivators, motivational speakers. In the world there are many, isn't it? Nowadays they are becoming quite famous, but with their all verbal expertise they cannot achieve Krishna. Or mental power, mind also may be very powerful. Despite all their endeavors, the ultimate truth remains beyond their reach. No question. In the reference to the word Jitaha, conquered, the words Tanuvan Manobhi indicate that the pure devotees of Lord Krishna conquer his body, words, and mind. See, non-devotees in the middle he covered. Before that, devotees with their body, they touch the lotus feet of the Lord. That means Archa Vigraha. And with their words, anytime they can use the words to call him. And with their minds, just by meditation, they are having direct audience of the Lord. So now, pure devotee. So Jita is in relationship with pure devotee. Jita is conquered. The words Tanuvan Manobhi indicate that the pure devotees of Lord Krishna conquer his body, words, and mind. There the normal devotees, they call the Lord. Here the devotee has conquered the Lord's body, mind, and words. Amazing. Lord Krishna's body is conquered because he always remains by the side of his pure devotees. Dhyayante Vaishnava Shashvat Govinda Padapankajam Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda Shashvate Sham Cha Sannido. In Brahma Vaivata Puran, this sloka comes. So he's saying, Dhyayante Vaishnava Shashvat. The devotees are always meditating Govinda Padapankajam, on the lotus feet of Lord Govinda. Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda. So in the reciprocation, Krishna also always Dhyayate, or is remembering, is meditating on his devotees. But one extra qualification he has. Shashvat Tesham Cha Sannido, by being next to them, close to them. Sannido, very close to them. Sudarshanam sanniyojya bhaktanam rakshanaaya cha tathapi nahi nischinto avatishteta bhakta sannido. Avatishteta bhakta. What is the word? So he's saying Sudarshanam sanniyojya. Lord has appointed Sudarshan chakra disc for the protection of his devotees. Bhaktanam rakshanaaya. Tathapi nahi nischinto. Still he is not carefree because he knows devotee can make Sudarshan chakra invalid or inactive. Just like Haridas Thakur's case. Sudarshan Chakra was about to chop off their heads. He said, no. Why are you killing them? They are not my enemies. They are the king's servants. King told them to beat me, so they are beating me. King said, no, not these two, and not him, not this Haridas Thakur. Beat those two people. Immediately they will give up Haridas Thakur. They will start beating those two people because they get money for beating whosoever is supposed to be beaten. They don't have any personal enmity. So in that case, he says, avatishteta bhakta sannido. Or tathapi nahi nischinto. That word I am not remembering clearly. So, but he says, by being next to them, I will personally protect them. In case Sudarshan fails to protect my devotee. Sudarshan can never fail, but devotee can make Sudarshan fail. By telling, no. So the Sudarshan will have to agree. Lord has told me to serve this devotee, and this devotee is saying, don't kill them. So what to do then? He is helpless. So then Lord personally gets into action then. So he is saying, Lord Krishna's body is conquered because he always remains by the side of his pure devotees. Lord Krishna's words are conquered because he always chants the glories of his devotees. Isn't it? Lord is chanting the glories of his devotees. He is always discussing about his devotees. He is among the cowherd boys. So where are our cows? Very Dhavli, Peeli. He is always chanting the glories of his devotees. And he is rendering service also. And Lord Krishna's mind is conquered because he always thinks about his loving devotees, even thinking also. When we are trying to be Krishna conscious over here, Krishna is already devotee conscious there. He doesn't have to be trying to be devotee conscious. He is always devotee conscious. Bhakta Chetana. Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has explained the words Tanuvan Manobhir in regard to the word Namantaha. So you see how they have described. Jitaha, Ajitaha. For Ajita for whom? Non-devotees. With their expertise of body, mind and words, no way. And Jitaha for pure devotees. And now what was the word? Namantaha. Namanta was the word? Sanatana Goswami. Namanta is here. Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur has mentioned. But there I think it is little general. He explains that the devotees can take full advantage of the transcendental topics of the Lord by offering all respects to those topics with their body, words and mind. Now, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur is Pakka Rasik Acharya. So much explanation he has given on Vedic literatures and all that. So he is highly philosophical. So what he is saying? That the devotees can take full advantage of the transcendental topics of the Lord, Krishna Katha, by offering all respects to those topics with their body, words and mind. To Krishna Katha you have to offer your body, mind and words. He'll explain. One should engage his body by touching the ground with his hands and head while offering obeisances to the topics of the Lord. So when we come for Katha, we should bow down. In this assembly we come, wherever there is Katha, we should at least Panchang Pranam, or you can pay Ashtang Pranam also. But he is saying with his hands and head, touching the ground with his hands and head, while offering obeisances to the topics of the Lord. So minimum Panchang Pranam is expected. One should engage his words by praising transcendental literatures such as Bhagavad Gita and Srimad Bhagavatam, as well as the devotees who are preaching such literatures. So we should, whatever we hear, we should tell to others. You know, today morning what we heard in the class, we heard like this, Brahma's prayers, this and like that. So that way you are using your words to glorify topics of the Lord, Gita Bhagavad. And also the devotees also who are preaching such literature. So you can tell, you know, today morning we heard class from His Holiness and so this His Grace, and he said like that, Prabhu said like this. So we have to glorify the devotees also who are preaching such literatures. And one should engage his mind by feeling great reverence and pleasure while hearing the transcendental topics of the Lord. So now all of your mind should be, it should not be thinking, my God, Like every day Prabhu will go beyond 8:15 or what. Don't be scared like that. If you have something, you may leave. But otherwise, you should, yeah, little 8:15 I'm here. Let me relish such a great Brahmaji's prayers. Our founder Acharya, means super founder Acharya, like that. So let me just relish. One should engage his mind by feeling great reverence and pleasure while hearing the transcendental topics of the Lord. In this way, a sincere devotee who has acquired even a small amount of transcendental knowledge about Lord Krishna can conquer him and thus go back home, back to Godhead for eternal life at the Lord's side. Jai. It's a very nice explanation. Fourth verse is also famous. You can repeat. Shreya Shrutim Bhakti Mudasyate Vibho. क्लिश्यन्ति ये केवलबोधलब्धये तेषामसौ क्लेशल एव शिष्यते नान्यद्यथा स्थूलतुषावघातिनाम्. My dear Lord, devotional service unto you is the best path for self-realization. If someone gives up that path and engages in the cultivation of speculative knowledge, he will simply undergo a troublesome process and will not achieve his desired result. As a person who beats an empty husk of wheat cannot get grain, one who simply speculates cannot achieve self-realization. His only gain is trouble. So earlier it was told, Jnane prayasam udapasya namantayeva. Giving up the endeavor for achieving mental speculative knowledge. If one is offering obeisances with his body, mind and words and all, he can conquer unconquerable Lord. So here it is little opposite kind of. Shreya Shrutim Bhaktim Udasyate. There Jnane Prayasam Udapasya. Here Shreya Shrutim Bhaktim Udasyate Vibho. Udasya means rejecting. He gives up bhakti. Klishyanti ye kevala bodha labdaye. Kevala bodh. Keval means also impersonal path. Here keval means exclusive. Okay, labdaye. Tesham aso kleshal eva shishyate. They are only getting kleshal only. Nanya dyatha stula tushava ghatinam. Example is given. Tusha. That, what you call? Paddy. That only the husk is there. Without paddy, without grain there, Ghatinam. He is just beating it. Avaghatinam. Beating the empty husk. What he will get? Only the trouble in their hands. So much. And how many grains he will get? Not even one. But there is no grain over there. So in the purport, these disciples of Prabhupada write, a fool may beat an empty husk, but not knowing that the grain has already been removed. Similarly, foolish is the person who throws his mind again and again into the pursuit of knowledge without surrendering to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. For it is the Supreme Personality of Godhead who is the very substance and goal of knowledge, just as grain is the substance and goal of the entire agricultural effort. Vedic knowledge, or indeed material science, without the Personality of Godhead is exactly like an empty and useless husk of wheat. So materialistic knowledge, all this, what we go through, IIT, NIT, BTech, MTech, PhD, all this without Krishna is all useless. Vedic knowledge also, he's saying, Vedic knowledge, or indeed material science, without the Personality of Godhead is exactly like an empty and useless husk of wheat. Even Vedic knowledge, so much Vedic knowledge, and especially these Gyanis, they discuss so much, but there is no trace of Krishna there. All the scholars of Navadvip also, they would speak from Gita, Bhagavad and so many others, but there is no word Krishna uttered ever coming out from their mouth. So what is the use? That's not the point. They miss the point. Vedesya sarver. Ahamaya Vedya. Of all the Vedas, I am to be known. So Krishna and devotional service to him should only be glorified, should only be understood from the scriptures. That's how Advaita Acharya was. Any verse he read from any Vedic literature, he had to explain how this verse reveals or inspires us to practice bhakti. Like that. But once when he was reading one particular verse, I think Sarvata Pani Padam Tat Sarvata Aktishi Shurumanam Sarvamukham Sarvata Shrutimaloke Sarvam Avrutti Tishtati. When he came across this verse, he could not make head and tail out of it, in the sense how this verse is glorifying devotional service to Krishna. So his goal, he would always, if he's not able to explain any verse, the meaning as bhakti, he would fast. So he fasted that day also, because I am not able to understand how Bhakti is being inspired through this. So then Lord Chaitanya came in his dream. This was several years before, and told, "Oh Advaita, you take prasad. I will reveal personally to you the meaning of this verse." And then later on, Mahaprabhu reveals to him personally. I will tell you what is the meaning, like that. So very special. Lord is also very amazing. Okay, next fifth. Pureha bhuman bahopi yoginas twad arpiteha nija karma labdaya vibudya bhakteva kathopanitaya prapedire anjo achyutate gatim param. O Almighty Lord, in the past, many yogis in this world achieved the platform of devotional service by offering all their endeavors unto you and faithfully carrying out their prescribed duties. Through such devotional service, perfected by the processes of hearing and chanting about you, they came to understand you, O infallible one, and could easily surrender to you and achieve your supreme abode. So, for body, we should not bother. We should just maintain it somehow. Just don't worry. And then what we are supposed to do, just engage in process of Shravanam and Kirtanam, hearing and chanting. Then you will understand the Lord. That's it. Very simple. Pure here. Pura. Previously. Bahuvopi. Many. Yoginas. Yogis or transcendentalists. Same thing Krishna is saying. Vita raga bhaya karodaha. Manmaya mamupashritaha. Bahuvo jnana tapasa. Puta madbhavam agataha. 4:10. Vita. Without. Raga bhaya krodha. Without attachment, fear and anger. This is all will come when you are working, trying to get into this competitive world. Even in the studies, academics, college, what to speak of in the corporate world afterwards when you enter. There will be attachment. Hey, so much money. He is going for money. Why not me also? Bhai, there will be fear also. If I don't maintain my status, then I'll be removed from this job, or I'll be looked down by society people. Bhaya krodaha. And so much anger will come on manager also and colleagues also. But you cannot exhibit, otherwise you may lose the job. I met what they call HR of a Cognizant company for the Delhi unit. I was flying from Delhi to Jharsuguda. I was going to Raurkela. So she was also in the same plane. My seat was next to her only. Then I kept my luggage, and when I sat, then immediately I opened the zip of this bag and I took out Bhagavad Gita and showed to her. Madam, would you like to see? And I started explaining. Then she purchased also. Then I asked her, who are you? She said, I'm Shravani. So then what do you do? She's 10 to 26 years old. So married. So whom did you marry? So IIT, Bhubaneswar, pass out. He was 28 years old. I said, 2 years gap. So love marriage? She said, yes. And I said, how love marriage? Because you are not from IIT. So then she told that story. Then I asked, what is the goal of your life? You are HR for Cognizant, like that. So many recruitment through her and all that. So she's high post and all that. But then as she was speaking, then it was very clear that how she is miserable in her life. I said, just see, you are earning so much. And so what is the use? You are not happy. You look at me. I don't have any money. I'm so happy. She said, yeah, sir, you are very happy. But so a lot of pressure on her for just to keep her position, status, and go up in that hierarchy. But there is no happiness. Sukh, Shanti, Samadhan is not there in life. Because so much competition. Just to show that, I'm no less. I'm also there. I'm not behind. I'm not lagging. And I'm there like that. So much people suffer. So much cutthroat competition. One doesn't have to enter in. One can keep himself simple. Gao gao punah gaurange raguna sarala koriyaman. Keep your mind saral, simple. Simplicity is very important. Bhaktivinoda Thakur said, simplicity is only Vaishnavism. Vaishnavata. Saralta hi Vaishnavata hai. Ekdam simple. Don't complicate. Life has enough complications already. Don't further complicate it. So just through such devotional service, perfected by the process of hearing, chanting, what is saying? Almighty Lord, in the past, many yogis in this world achieved the platform of devotional service by offering all their endeavors unto you and faithfully carrying out their prescribed duties. Just whatever duty is there. Through such devotional service, perfected by the process of hearing and chanting about you, they came to understand you, an infallible one, and could easily surrender to you and achieve your supreme abode. Sixth one. Tathapi bhuman mahima gunasyate vibodhum विबोद्धुम अर्हति अमलांतरात्मभिः अविक्रियात् स्वानुभवाद् अन अवरूपतो हि अनन्य बोध्यात्मतया न चान्यथा. Non-devotees, however, cannot realize you in your full personal feature. Nevertheless, it may be possible for them to realize your expansion as the impersonal supreme by cultivating direct perception of the self within the heart. But they do this only by purifying their mind and senses of all conceptions of material distinctions and all attachment to material sense objects. Only in this way will your impersonal feature manifest itself to them. So this is how difficult it is. What is that? Klesho adhika tarastesham avyakta asakta chetasam avyakta hi gatir buddhir avyakta hi gatir dukkham deva vadbir avapyate. 12:5 I think. So Krishna is saying that this path of Gyan is so difficult. Saying non-devotees, however, cannot realize you in your full personal feature. So that is gone. Bhagavan cannot be understood by non-devotees. Nevertheless, it may be possible for them to realize your expansion as the impersonal supreme. Brahman can be understood, Brahma Jyoti. By, what is the process? Cultivating direct perception of the self within the heart. That impersonal Brahma Jyoti you have to realize in your heart. But they can do this only by purifying their mind and senses of all conceptions of material distinctions. So he should be equipoised. Sukha, Dukkha, Shita, Ushna, Mana, Upma, Mana, Apman, all that. Brahma Bhuta Prasannatma, na shochati, na kangshati. No hankering for this, no hankering for that. In the duality, if you think, oh, heat is better now in the cold season, so then you will go for, sweater, jacket. Okay, you'll find in the market how just before winter season, how jackets and all that, sweaters, they are all putting so many stalls, many places. Many people will get into that business because they know now we can earn like anything. Similarly, in this thing, rainy season, before that, so many umbrellas, raincoats, shoes, boots, gumboots and all that, because that is the period. Now can somebody put umbrellas, shoes and raincoat? Who cares? Nobody will even look at him. He will be completely in loss. So Jnanis, they have to go beyond all these dualities. They can do this only by purifying their mind and senses of all conceptions of material distinctions, all these distinctions, and all attachment to material sense objects, Rupa, Gandha, Rasa, Sparsha, and Shabda. Oh, this is very melodious. It is not so melodious. That Dvaita Bhadra Bhadra Gyan is Sabha Mano Dharma. This is a mental concoction. It has to be given up for Jnana Marga. We don't do that so much. We have devotees all already, melodious singers, Hari Bol. Not so melodious, we understand philosophically. Holy name is pure. Prabhu's sound is impure. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This is His Holiness Shukdev Goswami. His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj gave him sannyas many years back. So if you give him microphone, he sings like this. There is no other way he can sing. His Holiness Radha Swami Maharaj only in one lecture said, when Shukdev Maharaj sings, he's off key. So nobody will be dancing in such kirtan, those who are on the mundane platform. But devotees are on transcendental platform, they dance. So we used to dance in the Pune Yatra, 2008, 2000, before that. Like that. So really sure. So nothing. Now, oh, what is this horrible voice? No. We are in voice. Everybody in voice is having beautiful voice. Irrespective of whatever way they sing. So it doesn't matter at all. So next, Shabda, Rupa, beautiful form. Rasa, what you call tasty. Gandha, fragrant items are very nice and dirty, bad smelling. No. So this is how they have to reject everything, all dualities. They have to be steady in their practice. Only in this way will your impersonal feature manifest itself to them. Then they can see that impersonal Brahma Jyoti. If after so much hard work, what they get to see is, in one sense, nothing they get to see except bright light. Hi, where is that person? There's no person there. Till end, everywhere you see some bright light only. It's a very difficult path. Seventh, Gunatmanaste api gunan vimatum hitavatirnasya ka ishirayasya kalena yairva vimitaha sukalpair bhupamshavah khemihika dyubhasaha. In time, learned philosophers or scientists might be able to count all the atoms of the earth, the particles of snow, or perhaps even the shining molecules radiating from the sun, the stars, and other luminaries. But among these learned men, who could possibly count the unlimited transcendental qualities possessed by you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who have descended onto the surface of the earth for the benefit of all living entities? So earlier, Roop was told, no question of reaching Roop for impersonalists. Now these learned scholars, they cannot count the qualities of the Lord. So qualities cannot be. They can, by some means, may be able to count the number of particles, atom particles on Earth. Like if everybody in Varanasi, so all Varanasi people count particles of dust on in Varanasi, like that. And between Varanasi and Prayagraj, half should be taken by Varanasi population and half by Prayagraj, like that. And then Prayagraj people should also count there, like that. Maybe possibility is there, counting the atoms on Earth. Then particles of snow, okay, somewhat be deeper, and even the shining molecules radiating from the sun rays. How to count? Only ways is having this window, and through window that what you call sun rays come, and you have dust. A lot of dust should be there. Maybe you can count the dust particles there, but you have to count shining particles there. How would one achieve that ever? So even if that is achieved, this cannot be achieved. What cannot be achieved? Counting the qualities of the Lord. They are unlimited. Kalena yerva vimitaha sukalper. In time, if they are able to they count also, the scientists, sukalper, bhupamshavaha, the atoms on the earthly planet, K, in the sky, mihika, the particles of snow, dubhasaha, the illumination of stars and planets, gunatmanaste, the possessor of all superior qualities, you yourself, gunan vimatum, your qualities, vimatum, to count, hita avatirnasya, who have descended for the benefit of all living entities, ke ishirayasya, of this universe. So it's just not possible, he's saying. So in the purport, they are saying, in this example, earth, snow, and light are progressively more subtle. Thus, it is to be understood that there is an increasing difficulty to counting their virtually infinite particles. Earth particles is okay, isn't it? All of us, like I told, no, Varanasi people have to count all the earth particles in Varanasi. Prayagraj people in Prayagraj, and in between, half by them, half by them. Somewhat possible. But then how would you count snow particles? All of us have to leave this India. India, hardly any snow, no? Maybe in Himalayas. It will be so cold. We will give up, we'll reject. Hey, no, no, no. Why to go? If let's say we pay also for counting those snow particles, then also so difficult. Will entire population of India agree? They will not agree. No, we don't want that kind of job. We are okay here. And in between there is so much, isn't it? In between China and India, maybe China and Nepal. So who will go there? It's so terribly cold. We will say, no, we don't want. So that is more difficult, snow particles. And light particles, light is there everywhere in the universe. Who can go around and keep counting? So this is progressively more subtle. Then 8th is very famous. You can repeat. Tatyanukampam susamikshamano Bunjana evatmakrutam vipakam Rudvagvapurvir vidadhan namaste Jivetayo muktipade sadaibha. My dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him, all the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words, and body, is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. So, very important things are told in this verse. This is Prabhupada's most favorite shloka, most often quoted as far as devotees, devotional service of devotees is concerned. Like that. Different for different things, he has quoted different shlokas. Like that Dehi nosmin yatha dehi, most often quoted in the new people's this thing. Or hard-working people, then that 551. Nunam pramatta kurute vikarma yadindriya pritaya apranoti. No, sorry, not Nulam Pramata. Nayam deho deha bhajam durloke kashtan kaman arhate vidbhujam ye tapo divyam putraka yana sattvam shuddheta yasmat brahma saukyam tu anantam. So this is very often quoted in that context. So in the devotional circle, this is most often quoted. Shloka by Srila Prabhupada. So this is by Brahma. 10, 14, 8. Very famous. So what is saying, my dear Lord, one who earnestly waits for you to bestow your causeless mercy upon him. So mercy will not come immediately. Mercy is there all throughout, but realization is not immediate. We are floating in mercy only, floating in the ocean of mercy only, but understanding is not there. So we keep blaming. What is this, oh Lord? I got very less marks. I wanted to be 9.8 pointer, but I not got 8.9. Both are there, na? 9.8, 8.9. Same only, na? Just little bit here and there. So it makes all that difference for a devotee who is little fruitive also. Little bit on the bodily concept of life. So he wants to be point. So he has to be little earnestly waiting. Patience is required. Utsaha nishyat dhairyat. All the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds. So misdeeds earlier committed. So that is all getting reaction is coming now. Physical health may go down. Brahmacharis, it is observed. Many people who join as brahmachari, many boys, young boys, with all enthusiasm they join and they face some physical difficulty. They are taking medicines. सुबह का लिया, अभी दोपहर का. क्या लेना है? वो गर्म पानी में ये चूर्ण डालना है, फिर उसको इसको हनी के साथ लेना है. और वो and allopathic medicine also have to take just in case Ayurveda doesn't work. And I'm thinking of visiting that homeopathic doctor. Today I have an appointment with him. वो पूरा सब पैथी मिक्स करके वो पैथेटिक है वो. Naturopathy, homeopathy, this pathy, and he's pathetic like that. And he's not getting real path only after all the pathy like that. So a lot of Pahilwan, Kolhapur ke Pahilwan, when they became brahmacharis, they became. So because Krishna makes them utterly humble in the beginning only. Entrance, red carpet welcome. Becomes red bed welcome. सो जाओ बेड पे, थोड़ा शांत हो जाओ. Many brahmachari. When I also joined as brahmachari, I was also having terrible problem of asthma. Radhesham Prabhu was having panchakarma going on in Bhaktivedanta hospital. So he said, I am anyway having a room and treatment is going on here. There are all pathis are there. Homeopathy, all our God brothers only. So you also come and stay in the room and get all checkups done. So everything was done. So no conclusion in one sense. And asthma was not relieved only. This was in 2001 when I joined in 2000, just in a year's period. I was also there with him for 5-6 days. Good thing happened was morning both of us went to Mira Road Temple, which is just nearby, for morning program, 4:30 Mangalati and all that. Both of us would go together, come back. And there His Holiness Bhakti Saurabh Padma Saurabh Pracharak Maharaj. Bajrang Maharaj, he was there. Kamal Lochan Prabhu, he was the president. And His Holiness Sridhar Swami Maharaj came one morning for Bhagavatam class. It was very touching like that. And then we would come back after Bhagavatam class. And then both of us had treatment. He had his Panchakarma, take that small pill, go 15 times to toilet, come back, sleep outside the toilet door only. Can't take bath because next urge will come very soon. Sure enough, within 5-10 minutes, he would go inside. That was going on for him. And I would go to different, compartments of that below. Different departments. Okay. Some X-ray test, some this test, urine test, blood test, this test, all that. This was in 2001, then 2002, 2003, I was sent to NIT Warangal. And that is in Hyderabad. It's a warmer, Warangal, very hot region. So that in itself helped me to get cured. Because warm weather. And apart from that, I was also going to one homeopathic doctor in Pune, so famous. Maybe Krishna was little, is more merciful. So that way it happened. So a lot of reactions we'll go through. This is physical. Then mental will come. Mind. Brahmachari and mind. Mind and brahmachari. Brahmachari and mind. There is no one. There is no wife. No children. Even if person has lot of anxieties because he's surrounded by wife, children, relatives, colleague, boss, society, he cannot think about himself so much. Grasthas that way are relieved. But for brahmachari, there is nobody around. No wife, no children, no money, no job. So he's only with his mind. And mind will beat him like anything. Because he's pakka, faithful servant of Maya Devi. इधर क्या कर रहे क्या पागल हो गया था तू IIT BHU से है तू हाँ you could have been earning 1.5 lakhs 1.2 you are already earning वो छोड़ के पागल किधर इधर आ गया चल निकल यहाँ से बाहर गधे कहीं के तो जब तक he is not fully packed with services his mind will torture him like anything. So big challenge. All the while patiently suffering the reactions of his past misdeeds and offering you respectful obeisances with his heart, words and body is surely eligible for liberation, for it has become his rightful claim. Here also you can see that word Rudvag Vapurbir. Heart, words and body. They are Tanuvan Manobir. So all these are very important elements, isn't it? Tanuvan Manobir. Body, body is here also. Tanuvan, walk, words are here also. There it was mana, mind, here it is heart, more or less same. We'll read the whole purport also. Is surely eligible. So this is Dayabhag. Dayabhag means inheritance. In inheritance, you get something, Varas Hakka, I think. You are son of your father, you will get all the property. Just if you are alive. Just if you are alive. Imagine father died, after 2 days the son died. Now what will he get in inheritance? Nothing. He's not alive only to get it. So you have to somehow survive in bhakti. Just remain alive like that. And liberation will be your rightful claim. Purport. Srila Sridhar Swami explains in his commentary that just as a legitimate son has to simply remain alive to gain an inheritance from his father, one who simply remains alive in Krishna consciousness following the regulative principles of Bhakti Yoga automatically becomes eligible to receive the mercy of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In other words, he will be promoted to the kingdom of God. The word Susamikshamanaha indicates that a devotee earnestly waits the mercy of the Supreme Lord even while suffering the painful effects of previous sinful activities. So, Iksha, Iksha is to see. So this is very gross level, lowest level. I was not at fault and my authorities caught me and I tried to give all justification. What is this, Prabhu? I was not at fault. I did not do that mistake. I did not break that tube. Somebody else might have broken. Just because I was there, you cannot blame me. So he is not able to take it up because Ikshamana, he has this Charma Chakshu. I have not broken that tube. So why the blame is coming to me? Okay, in the worldly sense he is correct, but not in the sense of this verse here. Okay, so Ikshamana is that. Samiksha is okay, now I have not broken this tube, but in the past in the hostel I have broken few tubes. That time rector and warden could not catch me. No fine was charged to me. That time I went scot-free. Now I am caught in the voice. Okay, the reaction of that time I am getting now. So I accept it. So this is Samikshamana. Susamikshamana means in whole life I have never broken any tube. And how these people are telling that I have broken tube? In previous lives. The way arrogance is there in my heart, I think in the previous life I must have forget about tubes. I might have broken the heads of people also. That's also possible. Maybe next to highway dacoit Ratnakar, I might have been his assistant or I might have been his son or grandson also. He became sadhu, but I continued with our Khandani Pesha like that. Or maybe I was Mrugari's. Prayagraj is nearby only, na? I come to Varanarsi. So, and I am from Prayagraj. So possibility is there. I'm his descendant, likely. Like that. My father is also very fiery. So maybe we are all descendants of Brugari. He became pure devotee, but we could not. So like that, if you think, then that is Susamikshamana. The word Susamikshamana indicates that the devotee earnestly awaits the mercy of the Supreme Lord, even while suffering the painful effects of previous sinful activities. Lord Krishna explains in the Bhagavad Gita that the devotee who fully surrenders unto him is no longer liable to suffer the reactions of his previous karma. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo moksheshyami. I relieve you from all sinful reactions. However, because in his mind a devotee may still maintain the remnants of his previous sinful mentality, the Lord removes the last vestiges of the enjoying spirit by giving his devotee punishments that may sometimes resemble sinful reaction. So Krishna will punish us. Some sinful tendencies are there in us. We have not given them up. So Krishna will punish us. There will be some physical ailment, some disease, or mental disturbance, something like that. The purpose of the entire creation of God is to rectify the living entity's tendency to enjoy without the Lord. And therefore, the particular punishment given for a sinful activity is specifically designed to curtail the mentality that produced the activity. That mentality has to be curtailed. For that, punishment is given, isn't it? How many of you have seen that you do some mistake, some paap or something like that, and then you get punished for it? You immediately, I think I should not have done that. I should be careful. Next time I don't want to do. How many of you? Yeah, outsiders also have that. Maybe I have been very sinful. They have that saying that ना, 100 चूहे खा के बिल्ली चली हज को. वो बिल्ली को लगता है कि अभी ज़्यादा ही हो गया. एक तो ठीक था रैट, 10 भी ठीक थे, 99 तक तो ठीक था, अभी 100 हो गया. Krishna also killed Shishupal after 100th. So better I go to Krishna, Allah in Hajj. So I will go to Hajj. Hajj की यात्रा करने चली बिल्ली after eating 100 rats. So that kind of understanding is there in people. So devotees also have that. So that's why. Yeah, if you have to go, you have to go, no? Yeah, you may go. Yes, I don't have to go, no? I can continue. Yeah. So thus, what I was telling? Yes. So we also get alarmed when some punishment comes. Otherwise we think I am a devotee now. Aur tumhare bhakta jano mein हमसे बढ़कर कौन, स्वामी हमसे बढ़कर कौन, देवा हो देवा गोपाल देवा तुमसे बढ़कर कौन, और तुम्हारे बीएचयू भक्त वृंद में हम वाराणसी भक्त वृंद में हमसे बढ़कर. बीएचयू इज लिमिटेड, ओनली 1000 acre ना, but Varanasi is hundreds of, thousands and thousands of acres. और तुम्हारे वाराणसी भक्त वृंद में, और ट्विन सिटी प्रयागराज वाराणसी भक्त वृंद में हमसे बढ़कर कौन, there is no one more superior to me. So when we do some mistakes and punishment comes, then we become humble devotee. Then we become devotee. Till then we are arrogant devotee. That means we are only arrogant. Because devotee cannot be arrogant. Although a devotee has surrendered to the Lord's devotional service, until he is completely perfect in Krishna consciousness, he may maintain a slight inclination to enjoy the false happiness of this world. How many of you feel that inclination is there? थोड़ा सा कोई देख नहीं रहा है, क्या प्रॉब्लम है, इधर कॉलेज में तो हैं, और मेरे फॉर्चुनेटली इन माय ब्रांच देयर इज नो डिवोटी, है कि नहीं? कुछ किया तो किसी को समझ में नहीं आएगा, थोड़ा सा कर लेते हैं, कौन है देखने के लिए. अब परमात्मा है लेकिन इज वेरी मर्सीफुल. ही नोज आफ्टर ऑल आई एम नॉट अ प्योर डिवोटी. और अभी तो मैं जवान हूँ. 69 age when it starts, Prabhupada went to West, I will think about becoming pure devotee. Because I know at the age of 70 I may die. So from the age 69, 69th birthday, I will think about practicing everything very purely. No sense gratification like this, what I am doing, going for now. Paramatma will excuse. And he is also, I have heard, Matta Smritir Jnanam Apohanam, he also gives knowledge, remembrance. So he has given me this knowledge, how to enjoy now. Let me enjoy. No objection by anyone. And I'll continue 16 rounds as usual. No problem. The Lord therefore creates a particular situation to eradicate this remaining enjoying spirit. Hari Bol. भगवान आग लगाने वाले हैं हमारे कामाग्नि को राख बनाने के लिए। क्या करें, ठीक है, विल टेल लॉर्ड लेट द फायर बी लिटिल माइल्ड तुरंत ना राख बन जाए, थोड़ा धीरे से। लेट मी एंजॉय फॉर एटलीस्ट 1-2 years, just this BTech period. Anyway, I'm in third year, just 1.5 year more. This semester is almost over, just 1 year and 2-3 months. Lord, be merciful. This unhappiness suffered by a sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction. It is rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to Godhead. So it's our problem. You know how they catch the monkeys? They have small necked bottle. Bottle is big, but the neck of the bottle is small, and in that they put this chana, which is favorite of monkey. So he comes, hey, chana, and that is transparent glass bottle. इतना चना कोई है नहीं मांगे, फुट्स हैंड एंड ही कैचेस, जितना हाथ में आता है उसका पूरा फुल पावर दिखाता है वो, मैक्सिमम ग्रैबिंग मेंटालिटी पूरा लेके, होल बॉटल कम्स विथ हिम हियर देयर एवरीवेयर इज गोइंग, बॉटल से हाथ ही नहीं बाहर। तो उसको समझ में नहीं आता कि क्या करना है, छोड़ना है उसको या कम से कम तो करो, 2-4 पकड़ो, फिर ऐसा हाथ हो जाएगा, देन हैंड विल कम आउट। बोड़ो छोड़ता है नहीं ना, सबका सब खाऊंगा, बाद में एक खाने का दूसरा भी खाऊंगा, लेकिन हाथ ही नहीं बाहर, पहला ही इसमें अटक गया हो। ही इज ट्राइंग हिज हार्ड, द बॉटल इज गोइंग एवरीवेयर विथ हिम, इट कैन गो ऑन द ट्री ऑल्सो विथ हिम, बट हैंड विल नॉट कम आउट, ही डजंट लेट गो, he doesn't have that intelligence. Hopefully we will have that intelligence. I'm holding on to Maya and I'm stuck in this world, I'm not able to come out, I'll have to take more births because of this grabbing mentality. So let go and live freely, like that. But it is not so easy. That's why Krishna gives punishments. So then we'll come to sense. It is not karmic reaction. Anybody who once surrenders to Krishna, Krishna, I am yours, abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami etad vratam mama. Lord Ram says in Ramayana, when Vibhishan came to surrender, and there was a lot of discussion whether to accept him or not, because he has given up his brother, real brother, blood brother, for some purpose to join us. What is the guarantee he will be loyal to us? One who can give up his brother, he can give up anyone, isn't it? Blood relations are more important to a person. So, and who knows, maybe Ravana has sent him, so better not accept him. But Lord Ram says, Hanuman ultimately when asked, he says, when I went to Lanka, only he was the only one who was chanting your name. And I see, Hanumanji knew also the science of reading the person's heart by seeing his face and bodily gestures. So I find him to be completely genuine and he's your devotee. You should accept him. And Lord Ram says that time that Sakrudeva prapanno yas tavasmi iti yachate abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami etad vratam mama. What Krishna says, this is in one step ahead, because Lord Ram is merciful. No? Krishna is he's a jealous lover. He wants us to surrender to him and him only, nobody else, nothing else. Fully we have to surrender. So Lord Ram saying, Sakrudeva prapannayos. Even once somebody comes and says, oh Lord, I am yours. Tava asmi. I am yours. Iti yachate. Like that he begs, please accept me. I am yours. The abhayam sarvada tasmai. I call him, give him fearlessness for all time. Dadami. Abhayam sarvada tasmai dadami. Etad vratam mama. This is my vow. Eternal vow. So Lord Ram is more merciful than Krishna. Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. For all time you have to surrender to Krishna by giving up everything. Then aham tam sarva papebhyo. I relieve from all sinful reaction. Mahasucha, dharomat. By hearing your words only I am fearful. Yeah, सब कुछ छोड़ना पड़ेगा. पूरा only surrender you only. Let me think. मैं ज़्यादा डर गया हूँ अभी. रूम पे जाके सोच के आता हूँ कि whether I am supposed to surrender to you. I think Lord Ram seems better. Once only I have to surrender, saying that Lord I am yours, and he will give all fearlessness. Here you are saying dharomat. You are offering fearlessness. By the proposal only I am fearful. A lot of difference is there between the two. So Lord is very merciful. We have to surrender to him. This unhappiness suffered by a sincere devotee is not technically a karmic reaction. It is rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to God. One point of time you have to go, isn't it? Like all of you will pass out from IIT BHU. So you have higher prospect. Hey, I'll get a job, 1.2, 1.5 lakhs per month. So let me go. You'll be happily going out maybe. But that much happy we are not about going back to God. Yeah. Bhala lagilo ye samsar. Very happy. I am getting the best of both. IIT BHU also and devotional circle also. Here I will get yatra also, initiation also. There I will get good package also, promotion also, prestige also. तो सब ठीक है. ये सब छोड़ के कहीं नहीं जाऊंगा. ये सब छोड़त कहीं नहीं जाऊं. ये सब छोड़त प्राण हराऊं. IIT BHU IS Kunja Kutir. So what Bhaktivinoda Thakur is saying, we are also saying the same, but the context is completely different. He is saying, I will not give up Radha Kund. I will not go for a job under British. Hell with that job. And here we are saying, I am very happy with the nice package job I got. And why stay? If the job is somewhere else, giving more money, I will go there. Even if there is no voice, who cares? पैसा ज़्यादा महत्वपूर्ण है. So when we are like that, so Krishna has to, घी जब सीधे उंगली से न निकले तो टेढ़ी उंगली से निकालना होता है. Ghee is very viscous, na? You put finger in that ghee, little bit stuck. But what is the gain? Did you get 5 gram, 10 gram, 50 gram? Every time you put hand is like that. So ऐसे करके थोड़ा टेढ़ा करके निकाला तो एटलीस्ट इतना तो मिलेगा. So like that Krishna also has to act with us. यथामाम प्रपद्यन्ते. एक बार तो बोल दिया हमने, oh Lord, I am yours, fully I surrender. Now you do anything you want. Ashlishava padaratam pinashtuma. And in Vrindavan you said that. So Krishna said, really? Do you mean it? And we don't mean it as soon as we come back here. So Krishna said, what about that promise? No, that we will see later. ऐसा नहीं. I took that very seriously. Yeah, you took it seriously because you are a serious God. I am not a serious devotee. Like that, So Krishna said, not like that. That story there, one devotee of Durga, he promised Durga, if only you give me something he had promised, so then I will give you one bakra. I will offer it like that. So then he got that item, whatever he wanted, in few months. So then now he was thinking, I have promised one goat to Durga, Kali, what to do? Then he thought, Durga is very opulent goddess. She doesn't need a goat. Goat is little costly. I think I will offer a hen, murga. Not bakra, but murga. Then after some days, he did not offer a murga also. Then he thought, so he told, he went to first time, he said, sorry Durga Devi, bakre ka rate bahut badh gaya aajkal. So, and you have so many bakras anyway offered. So I will offer you murga, he told. But he did not offer. So after few days again he went, see, nowadays murga is also quite costly. So मैं सोच रहा हूँ एक मच्छर ही दे दो तुम्हें. She said, Arey, at least you are promising, give something na. He said, so many machhas are around you. You only catch and take one na. Why you want me to do all that? So like that we are. We speak big things, but we don't do. So Krishna has to do then something. So rather the Lord's special mercy for inducing his devotee to completely let go of the material world and return home back to God. That's why before death, some devotees may undergo a lot of physical difficulties. You have observed? They'll have cancer, this and that. Something might be remaining. They are not getting let go. The bodily attachment is there. So now there is a severe problem in the body. The body is more or less destroyed. All the cells and all that. So then now the devotee becomes detached. Yes. Let this body go away. So then he will go back to Godhead. A sincere devotee earnestly desires to go back to the Lord's abode. Therefore, he willingly accepts the Lord's merciful punishment and continues offering respects and obeisances to the Lord with his heart, words, and body. Such a bona fide servant of the Lord, considering all hardship a small price to pay for gaining the personal association of the Lord certainly becomes a legitimate son of God, as indicated here by the words Thy Bhak. Just as one cannot approach the sun without becoming fire, one cannot approach the Supreme Pure, Lord Krishna, without undergoing a rigid purificatory process which may appear like suffering, but which is in fact a curative treatment administered by the personal hand of the Lord. So he's saying, so token punishment it is called. Just like one devotee while cutting sabji, his finger got cut, profuse bleeding, somehow blotting happens and all that happened. He went to Prabhupada. Prabhupada, how come my finger was cut? Prabhupada said, because of your sinful activities in the past, your hand was to be amputated. But Krishna saw, okay, you are engaging in his service, your hand and other bodily parts. So he just gave a token punishment by just giving little cut on the finger. So what is better, finger cut or hand cut? Prabhupada, finger cut is okay, like that. So like that we are given a very token punishment, very small punishment. Krishna is very merciful. How many of you studied that 4.14, 5.15, 9.9? Raise your hand. Only 2, 3, 4 devotees. Others should read. I had given that exercise. Just 3 purports you have to read. To know what is the common thing that Prabhupada is repeating in all 3 purports. And why is he repeating? It's a Vedanta Sutra shloka. It is related to this topic, but I will not touch upon that because you should do homework first. So for entering in fire, you have to be fiery. So rigid purification is so gold also. So many photos of gold ornaments on people's bodies are there. But for gold to reach on rich people's or famous people's body, gold has to go through a very strong purification. It has to go through fire, and all the dirty things in the gold, all the impurities, they have to melt and they will all go away. Only pure gold will remain. So like that, we also have to become purified. And we may not be ready, so Krishna will arrange something, rigid purificatory process. So it is not a karmic reaction. It is Krishna's loving hand. He is making us better. Just like potter makes the pot very nice. It taps and all that. Does so many things. Keeps it in the hot sun. And ultimately taps it also. You have seen? He has to see whether it is properly made or not. How many of you know how the potter taps the thing? Like that. Different tasting procedures are there. Like coconut and all that. What do? We shake it and see kitna pani hai. Or under that pulp is separated or what, like that. Different ways of testing different things are there. So potter does like that. So Krishna also will test us. 9th one. Pashyeshame anaryamanant adde paratmani tvayapi mayini mayam vitatte kshitum atma vaibhavam yayam kiya naicham ivar chigragno. My Lord, just see my uncivilized impudence. To test your power, I tried to extend my illusory potency to cover you, the unlimited and primeval super soul, who bewilder even the masters of illusion. What am I compared to you? I am just a small spark in the presence of a great fire. So he is repenting. When we commit a mistake, we should recognize. Brahmaji recognized when the 4-handed Vishnu forms were shown through each boy and each calf that came. So he recognized he is really supreme personality of God. Now he is repenting. So he is saying, who am I? What am I compared to you? Like that. And he is rectifying by offering glorification to the Lord. He will get reinstated in his original position as the creator, as the top person in the universe very soon. Lord will guide him. Lord, as such, here Brahmaji, he did not say anything. The difference between Indra trying to destroy. Indra wanted to destroy all the relatives of Krishna, Vrajavasis. And here Brahmaji did not want to destroy. He only separated them from Krishna. But Indra, in his attempt to destroy all the Vrajavasis, he brought all the Vrajavasis with Krishna for 7 continuous days and nights. So Krishna was very delighted. So Krishna spoke something to Indra to purify him, to give him guidance. But Brahma, in the process of testing Krishna, he separated Krishna from Brajavasi. So Krishna was angry on Brahma. He did not speak only any word. When Brahmaji was offering these prayers, Krishna was like, where did this person come from? Four-headed man I have never seen in my life. Krishna was kind of appearing bewildered when he's offered these prayers. I never saw him. He's not a Brajavasi. From where? Even Mathuravasis and all we have never heard to be four-headed. Where is this person coming? What is he speaking? Some language, Sanskrit? I don't know. And where are my friends, by the way? Krishna is appearing bewildered. So Brahmaji got bewildered at the end. After offering all these prayers also, that I don't know what, he was appearing not so satisfied. Because Brahma separated Krishna from his devotees, whereas Indra united him. Brahma felt ashamed of his impudent attempt at deluding Lord Krishna, and he was therefore perfectly willing to be punished or forgiven by the Lord according to his decision. If Lord Krishna does not mercifully punish his devotees when they act improperly, their foolishness will simply increase and gradually completely overwhelm their devotional sentiments. Therefore, Lord Krishna kindly disciplines his devotees and maintains them on the progressive path back home, back to Godhead. So Krishna is very merciful. We may not like. All of us in childhood, something like chocolate and all. Somebody gave many chocolates to us. Did it happen with anyone? You were trying to attempt many chocolates and your father or somebody bait you like anything. Yeah. Father will never give so many, but somehow, let's say, somehow we got it. Somehow we got money or somebody gave us. And he came to know, he slapped us. It appears very cruel. Why is it doing like that? This money was not given by you. Somebody else gave. What's the problem? No, it is not good for you. So like that, Lord is also very kind. We otherwise will not let go of that attachment. So something has to happen. I think Shrutakirti Prabhu says very humbly that I was serving Prabhupada as a personal servant. It was such a close association of pure devotee. It was so nice. But somehow I got desire to get married. And I got married also. And then the child, like that. Child will pass urine and all that. So then he could not serve as personal servant. Somebody else was serving. He was a householder then. And years later, I think his wife also got some deadly disease. So he had to do everything for her. Bathing her, dressing her. And she was bedridden only. And she left body. So he says that I was serving Srila Prabhupada. I don't know what happened, why I got like this. I could have continued maybe, but I had some tendencies which were pushing me for this life only. So I got good realizations. I understood how all these things. His wife was a devotee, I think Prabhupada disciple only. But then Krishna purifies us of our tendencies, whatever things we have. But apart from pure devotional service, whatever little bit tents are there, impurities are there, Krishna will take care. We get rid of them. We may not be ready to leave those impurities, isn't it? Those attachments. But Krishna will act amazingly and take them away from us. 10th one. Atah kshamasvachutame rajo bhuvo hi ajanatastu apruthagishmanitah ajavale pandhatamondha chakshusha eshanukampyo mainatavan iti. Therefore, O infallible Lord, kindly excuse my offenses. I have taken birth in the mode of passion, and I am therefore simply foolish, presuming myself a controller, independent of your lordship. My eyes are blinded by the darkness of ignorance, which causes me to think of myself as the unborn creator of the universe. But please consider that I am your servant, and therefore worthy of your compassion. This is his humility also, saying, I am born of passion. There in the prayers of Prahlad, he says that, what is that beginning? 7, 9, 8. He says that Brahmadaya Suragano Munayatha Prishta. These demigods who are born in the mode of goodness, with their excellent prayers, they know all Sanskrit properly. They are not able to please you, O Lord, you are still angry. I am born of passion. The blood of Hiranyakashipu flows in my veins. How would I be able to ever please you through my prayers? No way. So there is his humility is exhibited. And there clearly he's saying, I am born of Hiranyakashipu the demon, so I am passionate. Whereas demigods are predominantly in the mode of goodness. Urdhvam Gachanti Sattvastha. Those who are situated in the mode of goodness on planet Earth as human being, they go to demigods' planets. So demigods who are staying for long period in heavenly planets, how can they be in other modes? No, they are predominantly in the mode of goodness. So Brahma is also in the mode of goodness, but he is saying, I have taken birth in the mode of passion. He is controller of the mode of passion, the creation, and sometimes it does affect in that sense, but in humility he is saying that I am therefore simply foolish, presuming myself a controller, independent of your lordship. So when the post positions get into our head, we think we are independent now. I am department head. I can take any decision. I can do anything in the department. No, you are not independent. Beyond you, there is some other controllers also. The top heads are there. But sometimes, how many of you seen if you're handling post position people, resources, you tend to think that you are independent. Yeah, अभी मैं कहाँ है वो ऊपर वाले किधर है वो तो दिखते भी नहीं. They are hardly here. I'm on my own. I'll run. I know how to run the temple, how to run the youth center, how to run the department. किसी की ज़रूरत नहीं है. मैं अकेला ही काफ़ी हूँ. Like that. So this comes. They say, no, power corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. Absolutely. So whenever you get power, it corrupts the person. He thinks, now I can do anything. For that matter, the pride comes. That's why Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Upadesh Upakyane tells the story that once in the forest, a frog was hopping here and there, found one rupee coin. It was shining like anything. So he thought, 1 rupee, he sat on it. Now I am the king of entire forest. All these penniless animals, birds, reptiles, they have no money. And I have so much money. I am the king of 1 rupee. So he was sitting on that. And he is the king now of the entire forest. But there is no king, there is no citizen only in front. So he's little, he's waiting. Where are the citizen? I am the king. And then came a huge elephant. Daily he would go to take bath in the river. That was his pathway. So he was going like this, slowly walking forward. And then when the frog saw him coming, he said, hey, you rascal, you are a citizen, I am the king, bow down to me. And this loud voice of this frog could not reach only that. He was just going. The frog was so angry. What nonsense, he doesn't understand. He is penniless and I am the king of 1 rupee. Anyway, so this elephant kept coming. Then he was, fortunately, this frog did not come under the feet of that elephant. So elephant, this was in the middle and elephant was going like this. He did not observe only, but then somehow the elephant stopped. And then his tail went up and huge piece of stool that was urged for him. So it fell down exactly on this frog on the coin. And the frog died on the spot. On that 1 rupee coin. And the elephant did not even realize. Kya hua piche? How much? His separated energy is so powerful. Bhinna prakriti rashtada. The stool is his separated energy. When separated from his body, effortlessly killed one frog and killed him with his pride also. His pride was also killed along with him, his material gross body. So we become very proud whenever we get some post position. My eyes are blinded by the darkness of ignorance which causes me to think of myself as the unborn creator of the universe. But please consider that I am your servant and therefore worthy of your compassion. So but please consider. So but, or please, but please. So these are words used in the mode of, in humility and all that. Please, that I depend on you. Please give me a glass of water. Please give me this, please. So that's why please word should be used in our day-to-day life. We are dependent, isn't it? Krishna is independent enjoyer. We are dependent enjoyers. We may be enjoying, but we are dependent on somebody or so many people, so many devotees, so many resources. So please word should be used. Vishwanath Thakur writes in the commentary that Brahma wanted to present the following argument to the Lord. My dear Lord, because I have acted so badly, I certainly deserve to be punished. On the other hand, because I am so ignorant, You should consider me an innocent fool and be merciful to me. Thus, although I deserve both punishment and forgiveness, I humbly beg you to exercise tolerance in this matter and simply forgive me and show me your mercy. So he accepts I am at fault, punishment should be given. But because I am a fool, forgive me. And of the two, better focus on forgiveness part only. That punishment you can spare. Like that. Nice, na? We can also memorize these words and in front of our authorities every day or several times in a day. We can repeat. Brahmaji says this. Vishnu Chakra Thakur has said the mentality of Brahmaji. I'm just repeating that to you, Prabhu. So please consider. I am at fault. I ate all the gulab jamuns which were meant for all the devotees. But this is the first time I did it because yesterday only I was made the department head. So I thought now. So the post went in my head and gulab jamuns went in my stomach. And now mercy, your mercy will enter in my entire body, I think. Please make sure punishment doesn't enter in my body. And you plead so much that he has to melt only. Like that. 11th. Kwaham tamo maham daham khacharagnivar संवेष्टितांड घट सप्त वितस्तिकायः क्वेद्रुविद्धा विगणितांड परानुचर्या वाताध्वरो विवरस्य च ते महित्वम्. What am I? A small creature measuring 7 spans of my own hand. I am enclosed in a pot-like universe composed of material nature, the total material energy, false ego, ether, air, water and ether. And what is your glory? Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body, just as particles of dust pass through the opening of a screened window. Yeah. In the childhood we might have played. Window is open and through that sun rays are coming and so many dust particles, isn't it? In the room same thing is there, but we can't see because sun rays are not. So there we see. So what we do? We play with those as child like that. So like that he's saying so many universes come out of your pore holes. Yasaika nishvasita kalamathavalambya jivanti loma vilaja jagadandanataha vishnurmahansa iha yasya kala vishesho govindamadi purusham tamaham bhajami. Yasaika nishvasita kalam, as that exhaling period of Lord Mahavishnu is there. Yasaika nishvasita kalam athavalambya jivanti loma vilaja, from the pore holes. Jagad Andanatha. So many Brahmandas come along with the Brahmas also. Vishnu or Mahan, huge Vishnu, Mahavishnu. So Iha Yasya Kala Vishesho. So that Iha of that Lord, Kala Vishesha, is just the expansion of Lord's expansion. Lord's expansions are called as Amsha, and expansions of the expansions are called as Kala. Indrari Vakula. Iha, what is that? Ete cha amsa kala pumsaha Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. Ete cha amsha. These all these incarnations explained, 22. The amsha, they are expansions of the Lord, or kala, expansions of the expansions of the Lord. Krishnastu Bhagwan Swayam. But Krishna is the supreme personality of God, topmost. So Vishnur Mahansa iha yasya kala vishesho. To such Lord Govinda I offer my humble obeisances. Primeval Lord. So same thing Brahmaji is also saying. What am I? A small creature measuring 7 spans of my own hand. I am enclosed in a pot-like universe composed of material nature, the total material energy, false ego, ether, air, water and ether, earth. What is your glory? Unlimited universes pass through the pores of your body. What amazing thing. How powerful is the Lord. Just like the microbes that are coming out in our sweat particles, how they will look at you. My God, this person has thousands of holes on his body. From each hole, sweat particles come. And that is like a Brahman. And in that, so many of us, myself with my all microbe family, we are there. What a great person he is. So like that, we should feel towards Mahavishnu. I am in such a huge universe. And this universe is just coming from the pore holes of Lord Mahavishnu. And that Mahavishnu is anyway just the kala of the Supreme Lord. So what to speak of Krishna then? Govinda. 12th. क्षेपणं गर्भगतस्य पादयोः किं कल्पते मातुरधोक्षजागसे किमस्ति नास्ति व्यपदेशभूषितं तवास्ति कुक्षेः कियदपि अनन्तः. O Lord Adhokshaja, does a mother take offense when the child within the womb kicks with his legs? And is there anything in existence, whether designated by various philosophers as real or as unreal, that is actually outside your abdomen? No. Yomam pashyati sarvatra sarvam cha mai pashyati. Everything is within the Lord, and Lord is within everything. Such a person never loses the sight of the Lord. He is always in touch with the Lord. He's giving example. Child in the womb of the mother sometimes kicks inside, and that is hitting the womb inside. And mother feels it. But she doesn't become angry. What nonsense. Chumpa. No, she's very kind. She understands maybe he's having some difficulty, that she can't do much. When he comes out of the womb and then he has some difficulty, she's there all the time to take care of him. But inside she can't understand. She has all the affection, love for that child. So like that, I am also there. So womb is like one Brahmanda, and Brahma is within that Brahmanda. He is a major living entity, and he is kicking the Lord from inside that womb in that universe. So Lord should be like loving mother. Says no problem. 13. Jagat त्रयांतो दधि संप्लवोदे नारायणस्योदरनाभिलालात् विनिर्गतो अजिस्त्विक्ति वाङ्न वैमृषा किं त्विच्छ्वर त्वन्नग्निर्विनिर्गतो अस्मि. How difficult are the words? My dear Lord, it is said that when the three planetary systems are merged into the water at the time of dissolution, your plenary portion, Narayan, lies down on the water. Gradually a lotus flower grows from his navel, and Brahma takes birth upon that lotus flower. Certainly these words are not false. Thus, am I not born from you? So it is Eko Narayana Asti. In the beginning there was no one, no Shiva, no Brahma. Devastation took place, and Lord Narayan is there, and from him Brahma is born and all that. So he is appealing to the kinder side or the merciful side of the Lord. Oh Lord, please, I am at fault. Prabhupada writes in Krishna book, it is naturally concluded that the mother of Brahma is Narayan. He is called as Swayambhu also. Born himself means born without any mother, born directly from the Lord. As when we take birth, come out of the womb, the connection with the womb is there through the umbilical cord. So you can see from Lord Garbhodaksha Vishnu's body only umbilical cord is there in the form of the stem, and Brahma is connected. So very amazing creation. And Lakshmi is at the lotus feet of Lord Narayan, massaging his feet. She is not involved in creating Brahma. That's why Brahma identifies more with Krishna. For him, mother is Krishna only. Father also, mother also. 14. Narayanastam nahi sarvadehinam atmasya dhisha khila loka sakshi Narayanongam narabhujalayanat tachapi satyam natavaiva maya. Are you not the original Narayan, O Supreme Controller, since you are the soul of every embodied being and the eternal witness of all created realms? Indeed, Lord Narayan is your expansion, and he is called Narayan because he is the generating source of the primeval water of the universe. He is real, not a product of your illusory Maya. So Nar is water also. So he is talking about his birth from Lord, and please forgive. 15. Tache jalastham tavasa jagadvapuhu किमेन दृष्टम भगवं तदैव किं वा सदृष्टम हृदि मे तदैव किं नो सपद्देव पुनर्व्यदर्शि. My dear Lord, if your transcendental body, which shelters the universe, entire universe, is actually lying upon the water, then why were you not seen by me when I searched for you? And why, though I could not envision you properly within my heart, did you then suddenly reveal yourself? So he's talking how the similar thing had happened earlier also. Now he could not understand Lord Krishna is supreme. That time in the beginning of creation, he was born on lotus and he was watching, "Arey, what is this?" And the wind was blowing terrible. The whole stem was going like this. It's very huge. If you sit in that giant wheel, how many of you sat in giant wheel? That's a very huge one. If you are very small and if you go, गिर गया तो चटनी हो जाएगा. You are very fearful. Like you hold it properly, tightly. Then also you are fearful. So here this is billions and trillions of times bigger. And it's going. So he was not, and he wants to know what am I supposed to do? Who am I? So he went through the stem all the way down. It is said that he went to Garbhodak Sagar. He became wet and he came up. Our Sudama Prabhu says when he came up, so then because he was wet, some water droplets fell down. So top, means perform top. That is his explanation. So there's only 2 syllables here. Tapa. Perform austerity. So he performed austerities. Lord became pleased, appeared to him, gave him beautiful darshan. And he was merciful. He guided him how to create further things within these 14 planetary systems, etc. So like that should be repeated now also. I did not understand you, and then now this austerity of glorifying the Lord and all that. So now please be merciful. He's appealing to that merciful side of the Lord. This is at the dawn of creation. So Prabhupada is saying, after long meditation, Brahma saw the Lord, but then again lost sight of him. Thus Brahma concludes that the transcendental body of the personality of Godhead is not material, but rather an eternal spiritual form endowed with inconceivable mystic potencies. In other words, Lord Brahma should not have challenged the personality of Godhead, the Lord of all mystic power. 16. Atraiva maya dhamanavatare yasya prapanchasya bahihi sputasya कृष्णस्य चांतरजठरे जनन्या माया त्वमेव प्रकटीकृतं ते. My dear Lord, if in this incarnation you have proved that you are the supreme controller of Maya, although you are now within this universe, the whole universal creation is within your transcendental body, a fact you demonstrated by exhibiting the universe within your abdomen before your mother Yashoda. So Jananya, unto your mother. So he is aware of Krishna's pastimes also. And how in our prayers we should also include pure devotees, that we can learn here. That pleases the Lord the most. Here just by adding Yashoda Mai, reminding Krishna of Yashoda, as Yashoda is very kind to me, so then Krishna also will be kind to Brahmaji. When Krishna once was charged by all the cowherd boys that he has eaten dirt, Mother Yashoda said, "You ate dirt? Why will I eat dirt? You provide me nice foodstuffs made up of milk, butter, curd, ghee. Why will I eat? I'm son of king, prince." She said, no. All the boys are saying, today I defeated them in the sports, so they are against me. No, but even your elder brother Balram is saying, no, that today he is also on their side. So I have not eaten. If you don't believe, you look into my mouth. She said, okay, open the mouth. And when that was opened, she saw everything, the entire universe, with Krishna, she peeping in Krishna's mouth also. So like that. My dear Lord, in this incarnation, you have proved that you are the supreme controller of Maya. Although you are now within this universe, the whole universal creation is within your transcendental body. A fact you demonstrated by exhibiting the universe within your abdomen before your mother Yashoda. 17. Yasya koksha vidam sarvam satmam bhati yatha tatha tvaye piha tat sarvam kimidam mayaya vina. Just as this entire universe, including you, was exhibited within your abdomen, so it is now manifested here externally in the same exact form. How could such things happen unless arranged by your inconceivable energy? So the whole universe is at the time of devastation also, Markandeya Muni, 12th canto described. How he survived, because he lives for long, 7 kalpas. And 1 kalpa is over, water of inundation, he is just getting hit by the waves here, there. So in Jagannath Puri it seems, so he saw one huge vatapatra, one leaf of banyan tree. And on that a small baby, bluish color, he is lying. And also his mouth, his toe of his foot is in his mouth. Vatapatra Shai Krishna is testing his own toe. So then he came close out of curiosity. What is that? And that child inhaled. Immediately, Markandeya Muni through the nostrils went inside. And he found a huge Brahmanda. Everything. So Brahmanda was within Krishna. Like that. He was going on, and then after some time, Krishna exhaled, he came out again. Like that. So whole thing is inside Krishna. And Krishna is also appearing in this universe sometimes. It's very inconceivable. 18th. अद्दैव त्वद्रुते अस्य किं मम न ते माया त्वमादर्शितम् एकोऽसि प्रथमं ततो व्रज सुहृद्वत्सः समस्तापि तावन्तोऽसि चतुर्भुजास्तदखिलैः साकं मयोपासितांस् तावन्त्येव जगन्त्यभूतस्तदमित्तं ब्रह्माद्वयं शिष्यते. Have you not shown me today that both you yourself and everything within this creation are manifestations of your inconceivable potency? First, you appeared alone, and then you manifested yourself as all of Vrindavan's cows and cowherd boys, your friends. Next, you appeared as an equal number of four-handed Vishnu forms who were worshipped by all living beings, including me, and after that, you appeared as an equal number of complete universes. Finally, you have now returned to your unlimited form as the supreme absolute truth, one without a second. So everything is in Krishna, Krishna is in everything. Purport. As stated in the Vedic literature, Sarvam Khalu Idam Brahma. Everything that exists in an expansion of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Thus, everything is ultimately part and parcel of the Lord's spiritual existence. My Lord Krishna's causeless mercy, Lord Brahma personally experienced all existence, being the potency of Krishna, God, is non-different from Him. Energy, energetic, more or less same. 19. Ajanatam tat padavim anatmyanya atmatmana bhasi vitatya mayam sruštva vivaham jagato vidhana iva tvemeshonta iva trinetraha. To persons ignorant of your actual transcendental position, you appear as part of the material world, manifesting yourself by the expansion of your inconceivable energy. Thus, for the creation of the universe, you appear as me, Brahma. For its maintenance, you appear as yourself, Vishnu. And for its annihilation, you appear as Lord Trinatra, Shiva. So that is also Lord's manifestation, Guna avatars. One of the 6 avatars are Guna avatars, Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh, controlling the modes, passion, goodness, ignorance. Although the impersonal Mayavadi philosophers think that the demigods are illusory, Lord Brahma, Lord Shiva and Lord Vishnu are stated here to be expansions of the Supreme Personality of Godhead and thus are real. Indeed, they are the extraordinarily powerful controllers of the universe. The ultimate truth is a supreme and beautiful person, and thus throughout the creation of God, will always find the personal touch. Every personal touch. 20th. Sureshu Rushishu Isha Tathaivan Rushu Api Tiryakshu Yadavaswapi Te Ajanasya Janma Satam Durmada Anigrahaya Prabho Vidhataha Sadanugrahaya Cha. O Lord, O Supreme Creator and Master, you have no material birth, yet to defeat the false pride of the faithless demons and show mercy to your saintly devotees, you take birth among the demigods, sages, human beings, animals, and even aquatics. Among demigods, he took birth as Lord Vamandev, son of Aditi, and younger brother of Indra. That's one of the names of Lord Vamandev is Upendra. Indra, Upa Indra. President, Vice President. Adhyaksha, Upa Adhyaksha. So Indra, Upa Indra, Upendra, Lord Vamandev. Among the sages, he appeared as Narnarayan Rishi. Then human beings, he appeared as Krishna Ram. Among animals, Varahadev. And among the aquatics, Matsya Avatar. So like that, O Lord, O Supreme Creator and Master, you have no material birth, yet to defeat the false pride of the faithless demons and show mercy to your saintly devotees, you take birth among all these apparent species. Paritarana sadhuna vinashaya dushkrutam. Lord comes. The Lord never appears since he exists eternally. His appearance is like that of the sun, which is always present in the sky, but which periodically appears to our vision. Okay, any question?
Krishna always remained by the side of his pure devotee.
Hmm.
And he also said that when we call Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna immediately comes. And in Jabatok also you said that when we chant Hare Krishna, Krishna resides left side and other right side. So these things also happen for pure devotee.
Pure devotee, Krishna never leaves the pure devotee. He's all the time with him. For us, whenever we call, he comes. In the form of Paramatma, he's there everywhere. Charachar, living, non-living, he's in every atom. But as Bhagwan, he is there when you call him. And for pure devotee, Bhagwan is always with him. Tomara rodhoye sada Govinda Vishram Govinda ko he na mora Vaishnava param. So in your heart, oh my dear pure devotee, Govinda is resting peacefully. In our heart, only Paramatma. In our heart, Krishna enters through the ears. Pravishta karna randrena swanam bhava saruramam. Dunoti shamalam Krishna salilasya yatha sharat. Or other one, Shrunvataha shraddhaya nityam. If you always hear and hear with faith, Shrunvataha shraddhaya nityam, grunatascha swacheshtitam. With some extra endeavor you do that. Kalena na ati dirghena. In time, not after long time. Kalena na ati dirghena. Not after long time. Almost immediately. Bhagavan vishate rudhi. Bhagavan enters your heart. Vishate means enters. So Bhagavan enters your heart when you hear Krishna Katha. And when you call, he is there next to you. On your left and right side, Radha Krishna are present. But for pure devotee, he is always there. In heart only. Nicely resting there. Because there are no material desires. In our heart, only Paramatma can be there. Krishna will be tortured there. Because so many material desires we have. Paramatma says, अरे जितना चिल्लाना है चिल्लाओ तुम. मैं कुछ नहीं करने वाला. I'll give you knowledge, remembrance, forgetfulness as per your desires. मैं तुम कितना भी बोलो मैं हिलने वाला ही नहीं हूँ. वैसे ही शांत मूर्ति रहते हो परमात्मा. When you call, then they will come. In fact, they are on the tongue also appearing. Prabhupada writes, 12.8. When a devotee chants Hare Krishna, Krishna and his internal potency are dancing on the tongue of the chanter. Hari, Radharani texts, jump. Hari bol, on your tongue. Krishna, Krishna jumps. Hari bol. And similarly, they are eager to hear each other's name. When you say Hare, Krishna is saying, what did you say? You chanted my Radharani's name. And when she says Krishna, Radharani says, what is that? You chanted my Krishna's name? Like that. So they are ecstatic. Only we are sometimes static. So because we are not aware, ignorance, anarthas. But it's very divine thing that is there for us every day, every moment rather. Only we have not realized it. That's why morning I was giving example of that treasure, no? The treasury. Like that. Yes, any other? Yeah. Dhyayante Vaishnava Shashwat Govinda Pada Pankajam. The Vaishnavas are always meditating on the lotus feet of Krishna. Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda. And the Govinda is also remembering devotees. The devotees remember the lotus feet of the Govinda Padam. Dhyayate Tamscha Govinda. But Govinda is not remembering the lotus feet. Govinda is remembering the devotees. Shashwat Tesham Cha Sannidho. With extra addition of being next to them. Brahma Vaivarta Puran, 11th chapter, verse I think 44 or 45. I happened to read it on place, on one calendar. So I liked it, so I memorized it. And I think next sloka only is that Sudarshanam Sanniyojya Bhaktanam Rakshanaya. For the protection of devotees, Lord has appointed Sudarshan. Tathapi nahi nischinto. Still he is not carefree. Avatishtheta bhakta sannido. Jayate tamsto govinda. Shashwat tesham cha sanidha. Now I remember the verse. Shashwat tesham. By being always next to the devotees. The devotees who are always meditating on the lotus feet of the Lord. Lord is also meditating on those devotees by being next to them. So pure devotee always has Krishna with him. And Lord has appointed Sudarshan Chakra for devotees' protection. Still he is not carefree. Tathapi nahi nischinto. Avatishteta bhakta sanidho. Avatishteta. He is residing. Bhakta sanidho. Next to the devotee. Close to the devotee. In case my Sudarshan fails to act, I will act. And how Chaitanya Mahaprabhu acted for Haridas Thakur. Because Sudarshan failed. Failed means was made to fail. By Haridas Thakur only. Hey, no, don't kill them. They are not at fault. And Sudarshan was only rotating with high speed, with brilliance, but could not chop off the heads of the two. Then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came invisibly, covered his body, took all the beatings on his back. And years later, that was when maybe Haridas Thakur was there, but Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not there, because Haridas Thakur is around 31, 32 years elder to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this was in the youthful days of Haridas Thakur. That time Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was not on planet. So years later, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is grown up, in Mahaprakash Leela, he said, Haridas, you remember? I came personally because you did not take help of Sudarshan. If you don't believe, just see. And he turned around, he removed his uttari, and all the marks of beatings were on the back. Haridas, seeing that, fainted on the ground. Oh Lord, after when he was brought to consciousness, why did you accept beating? I am sinful rascal. Should have allowed me to suffer. So like that. Any other?
That Krishna is like little upset with Brahma, so he's not speaking. But like we see that because of Lord Brahma, Krishna is able to spend 1 year with all the Vishwasis. So is he like apparently acting like that, or like is he?
But his friends, in one sense, are away from him. No? That is the reason in this pastime, even Balramji is bewildered. It's a very special Maya. Balram is almost Krishna. First expansion only. So Brahma, the Balramji was wondering. 1 full year almost passed by, just 4 or 5 days before he realized through that pastime I told. So why? Because Krishna knew if only Balramji knows during this period that 1 full year is over almost, and Sridama is not there, Sudama is not there, all my friends, because Balram is also Golbal, he will be completely disturbed. He also doesn't know that all the Sridama, Sudama, all they are all Krishna. Like that. Only 4 or 5 days before, because the pastime is about to end, again Sridama, Sudama will be coming now. So Krishna arranged, allowed. So like that. So Krishna doesn't, Krishna is feeling separation from all of them. He is there. In fact, ahead one verse will come. Ahoati dhanya brajagoramanya stanyamrutam pitamati muda yasam vibho vatsataratmajatmana yatrupta yadyapi na chalamadvara. Brahmaji says in one, it will come in the evening. It will come in the evening, it is there. In the evening discussion it will come. So then, anyway, this pastimes are Nitya Leela. So somewhere Brahmaji, as just now maybe, he has come and is bewildered, and in the evening he will be reciting the prayer up from 21 up to 20 it will be over by 6:45, and from 7 o'clock he will start 21, 22. So that verse will also come. It may be exactly when we are reciting here, maybe in that universe Brahmaji is exactly reciting the same prayer. These are Nitya Leelas. But anyway, so there he says, how fortunate are these Vraja gopis and Vraja cows that they offered the milk from their breasts and udders respectively in this 1 year period, because Krishna only had expanded in the form of covered boys and cows. So much satisfaction Krishna got by drinking their milk, that which nobody could offer him, even all the Vedic sacrifices and all. They're meant for Krishna's pleasure, but they could not satisfy him as much as these Vraja gopis and Vraja cows. So that is true. But he is separated from all the cowherd boys, no? In Sakyaras, they're all there. That's how Balram also is put to bewilderment, so that he will not realize that Sridama, Sudam, Stov, Krishna, Amshuma, nobody's around. He will feel, what is Jina to kya Jina without my friends. So Krishna put him also in illusion. Yes, any other?
Acharya,
No,
Acharya.
nobody is there. 4,000 years gap is there. Vyasdev was there 5,000 years back. And Madhvacharya was there 1,000 years back. Gap of 4,000 years. This is only possible for Madhvacharya, who is incarnation of Vayu, Hanuman, Bhim. He kept jumping over the peaks of Himalayas and he reached Vyas Gufa. What we have now, how many of you had been to Vyas Gufa? I had been in 2022, February, I think. So there, Vyas Gufa, what we see, this is just in the beginning. It is kind of Himalayas beginning. But real Vyas Gufa is quite inside. So that only Madhvacharya could go. In fact, his disciples also said, Gurudev, we also want to come with you. He said, no, that will be difficult for you. He said, no, we also want to. We want to be with Guru. Okay, take it, come. And as he started jumping from peak to peak, they are all wondering only. And Guru Maharaj तो बहुत पहुंचे हुए हम तो पीछे रह गए. So Madhvacharya looked back, they were far behind. He just did like this because his Vayudev, a strong gush of wind blew. They were all thrown away back to Badrikashram where they had their hermitage. Safe landing in their place. And he alone went, he met Vyasdev in Vyas Gufa, became his disciple. So 4,000 years gap is there. Krishna makes sure that it is an unbroken chain of disciplic succession. For others, we don't know what it is because they are also old paramparas only. Any other?
ब्रह्मा जी सच में नहीं जानते थे कि कृष्ण भगवान है या फिर उन्होंने ऐसा कृष्ण ग्लोरीफाई करने के लिए किया?
For us, it is better to think that is in Yoga Maya. So, like that. But Muhyantiyat Surya, even demigods get bewildered by Lord's potency. According to Madhvacharya and many others in that line, they don't accept this pastime. If you read their Bhagavatam, these two chapters are omitted. They are not there only. They say, how can it be? Brahma cannot be bewildered. He is our founder Acharya. Samsara Sampradaya Acharya. Like that. So they don't discuss at all. But our devotees say, Gaudiya Vaishnavas, no, that's possible. Why not? For that matter, Shiva also gets bewildered, Mohini Murti. He embraced Mohini Murti, he released his semen fell down, and gold mines came. That's why Vaishnavas remain away from gold. No attachment, knowing that it's the semen of Lord Shiva, who was highly agitated. So Krishna can bewilder anyone. Balram is bewildered for that matter. So who are Brahma and Shiva? Balram is the Krishna only. They say Balram, somewhere I think Balram only they told that he has 62 qualities. So more than even other Vishnu Tattvas, something like that. So no, anybody can be bewildered by Krishna. Krishna is amazing. For that matter, Krishna only gets bewildered by Radharani. So Radharani is superior to Krishna. He doesn't understand what is in it for that makes us so mad after me. Everyone is bewildered. This is a bewildering moment. Are you bewildered or not? If you are bewildered, then you are in bona fide sampradaya. If you are not yet bewildered, then maybe you are fully bewildered, not knowing that you are bewildered. है ना? ठीक है. Also, no, I have heard only. I have not read, I believe. Yes.
We are empowered by superiors and we act with enthusiasm to serve, but eventually we end up serving independently. Will such service be accepted by Krishna? Will such service attitude will be like acknowledged?
If it is pleasing to Krishna's representatives, then it will. You may act little independently, but overall, what is the effect? Just like Vaishnava Aparadha also. You don't have intention of offending anyone. Just like Rupa Goswami's case. He is meditating, eyes are closed, but he just laughed because he saw in the Golok Vrindavan, Krishna had lifted Radharani, and when she was plucking flowers, Krishna left her and the branch went up and she's hanging. Hey, Krishna, take me down. So this is a fun. Krishna is very funny. So he's laughing with eyes closed because he's not laughing for anything happening around. He's seeing that. But then the Vaishnava who was having problem in the leg, he was limping, walking, and he saw, what is this? Rupa Goswami, okay, he's senior most in Gaudiya Sampradaya, but doesn't mean that he should laugh at me because I have limping leg, I have handicap. So then he took offense, then Rupa Goswami's meditation broke. So similarly, even if you are whimsical, independent, if overall effect of your service is pleasing to devotees, then it is phalena parichayate. Then it is acceptable. That doesn't mean that independent behavior is always acceptable. Your independent behavior can become a deviation. Brahmana is independent in his thinking. He is independently thoughtful. So for that matter, a Brahman may appear to be acting independently, but he may be correct and his service may please the Lord. That way, phalena parichayate. That doesn't allow whimsical behavior. And understood, no? What is the effect basically? That is the thing. Just like, you both of us are walking in the forest and you are in pain. Oh, Prabhu, thorn went in my leg and I see your foot. I see, yeah, there is a thorn there. Then I bring another big thorn and you are wondering, Are Bapre, what is this, Prabhu? And I take the thorn in your foot and I put inside. Are, already one thorn is there and you are putting another thorn. But then with that thorn, I take out your earlier thorn. And then you are relieved and say, thank you, Prabhu. So earlier what you thought? That I am creating bigger trouble, double trouble for you. Putting one more, already one is there. So what, in the forest, we will not get needle to remove the thorn. So I look for thorn. And I made sure that thorn is bigger and stouter than the earlier thorn. Otherwise, this thorn also breaks in your leg and exactly your fear takes shape. That what is this foolishness? Already one thorn was there and this Prabhu put now on one more thorn. So that I took care and I removed that. So you are happy. Or I catch your neck like this, and I drag you through in this campus like that, and I take you to the corner there and there is a huge plate of gulab jamun and I put a head in that, and you all your nose and everything is in gulab jamun. And you're like, nose also you are trying. Tongue is not, then okay. At the end you'll say, thank you, Prabhu. Prabhu, पहले बताना था ना. जैसे द वे यू ड्रैग मी, मुझे लगा माय गॉड क्या हो गया प्रभु को. मेरा तो सुसमीक्षा माना भी नहीं था. प्रीवियस लाइफ में भी नहीं था ऐसा. सो अंडरस्टूड ना. तो लुक्स वेरी हार्श, क्या है, पकड़ के घसीट के लेके जा रहे, बट एंड रिजल्ट से पता चलता है. इसलिए फले ना परिचय कहते हैं ना. The end justifies the means. What was the end? For that matter, Namma were, told his four thief disciples. They were thieves earlier, expert. With not only ordinary thieves, they had mystic powers. Some special tricks they knew. And Namma Alvar was going door to door, please give some donation for building temple. Years passed by, nothing happening. Then these disciples, these thieves became disciples. They said, Guru Maharaj, don't struggle so hard. If you allow us, we have some talents. And he asked, what talents? Then he said, I can open any treasure in the creation. So very good. And then I can catch the person's shadow and the person will be immovable. I'm not catching the person, only shadow I'm catching. The person cannot move. So very good. Another side, I can walk on the water. Very good. Like that. One more, I think. So he said, okay, go ahead. And then they would go to all rich people's houses. And then this expert person, he would open the treasury and take out the treasure. Then the owner comes to know, he would run, and then the another person would catch his shadow. He's not able to run only. And another person with the treasury and all would run over the water also. The people are stuck there. Like that, their talent. And like that, the Srirangam temple is built. So much money came from where? To these 4 disciples. All were thieves with mystic powers. They were all disciples of Namma Alvar, and Namma Alvar got it done through them. He permitted. If he would have said, no, sorry, we cannot go. They would have kept quiet. Temple would not have been built. So, phalena parichayatam. The end result is millions are visiting that temple. It's the biggest temple in India, or maybe in the world also almost. So, done. Prabhupada also had to do sometimes like that. Mr. N, like that. When Mr. N died, Prabhupada little bit, Lord Narsingadev killed him. But who prayed to Lord Narsingadev? Isn't it? Lord Narsingadev did not kill Hiranyakashipu. Only when Prahlad was in danger, then he killed. Earlier also demigods went to the Lord. Lord, please, Hiranyakashipu is creating trouble. He said, yeah, I know that. I know. But when he troubles my devotee Prahlad, then I will appear and kill him. So Prabhupada prayed to Narsingadev. It's becoming too much. Our preaching is getting disturbed. You please deal with this, Mr. N. So Mr. N was killed by another bigger Mr. N. Narsimhadev. Small, full man, Mr. N was killed by one huge, big, half man, half lion, Mr. N. So, end result, end justifies the means. This is the slogan. Phalena parichayate. In English, end justifies the means. What is the end result? But you have to be very careful, because you should know the scriptures and then act accordingly. Otherwise, it can be a problem for you and problem for everyone also. It will be a deviation. Just like Indra did it. So that is not justifiable in a sense. He every time took the form of a sannyasi to steal the horse of Prithu Maharaj. And then that's how so many wrong sannyasi sampradayas, deviations came. This Kana Phata sannyasi, they have this, what they call, skull on the Trishul, like all varieties of dangerous sannyasis came because of Indra's endeavors of stealing the horse. Yes, any other?
Thoughtful or whimsical behavior. Can you explain what is the difference between these two things? Whimsical behavior and independence.
Whimsical person doesn't go by scriptures. He says, na, Utpata eva kalpate. What is the beginning? Shruti, Shruti, Puranadi, Pancharatri ki vidhi mein na, Aikanti ki harer bhakti, Utpata eva kalpate. Utpat it will produce. What? Shruti, Smruti, Puranadi. That the Pancharatri ki vidhi mein na, that behavior which is not based on Shruti, Smruti, Puran, Shruti, Smruti, Puranadi, Pancharatri ki vidhi, Aikanti ki harer bhakti. The one is practicing bhakti, so to say, but it is not based on Shruti, Smruti, Puran, etc. Utpata eva kalpate. It will produce only what you call disturbance in the society for himself and for everyone. But whereas the Brahman, he knows the scriptures, he studies them nicely and he knows how to apply them. So he may sometimes, not all the time, sometimes he may do something and people will wonder, "Arey, ye kya kar diya?" But phalena parichayate. From result we find, yeah, perfect. End justifies the means. So the other person is a deviant because he is not based on scriptures. That's why one has to be well read in the scriptures. Then one may do something like that. For that matter, we find Sanatan Goswami bribing the jailman, that jailkeeper. Throughout life, Sanatan never accepted bribe. But he was in politics, prime minister in Nawab Hussain Shah's kingdom. He knew bribery is also there. Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed. Dam means bribery in one sense. So you offer, these are the political ways, 4 ways. Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed. Give him equal status. Dam, give him some money. Danda, punish him. Hey, if you don't surrender, we'll punish him. Bhed. Or in his kingdom, make people against him. Create a cleavage, a crack in the relationship. Spread some rumor about him. That king has been having affair with some other woman, and then what is this? How can he be like that? And they only attack him and kill him or something like that. So bhed you create. Sam, dam, danda, bhed. So these are political ways. But Sanatana Goswami used it. Bribery he used. But that can be used. That is allowed. That's what was taught to Prahlad also in the school of Shanda and Amarka. Sam, dam, danda, bhed only was taught. So like what example? The mathematics they are teaching. So my dear boys, 4 demigods are going. Indra, Chandra, Vayu and Ganesh. And you take an arrow and shoot at Vayu. And you kill Vayu. So how many demigods remain? This is mathematics. So what will they say? 3. And they will ask also, which 3 then? Like that. So this is mathematics. Sam, Dam, Danda, Bhed only was taught to Prahlad. And Prahlad is saying, what is this? All living entities are children of Krishna. And the demigods are special children. They are in the administration. What is this fellow saying? So he would be like dead boy there. Not having any interest. So that is difference. Understand? No? Otherwise there will be chaos in the society. One just acts whimsically. It has to be based on scriptures. There is something called apad dharma also. One who knows scriptures, he knows everything. Apad dharma means emergency duty. In one point of time when there was a famine, there was a drought, there was nothing available. So it is said that Vishwamitra Muni ate dog flesh. Ordinarily, you cannot kill any living entity. What to say of dog? Dog eater is called as Chandal. Lowest. Not in Varanashrama. Below even Kirata, Unandra, Pulinda, Pulkasha, Abira, Shumba, Yavana, Kasha, Adaya. Below all that, lowermost, nothing, nobody below that, the lowest person is called a Chandal, dog eater. And Vishwamitra Muni ate dog's flesh. But that is apad dharma. It's an emergency, there's nothing to eat, drought, like that. And scriptures allow that. Just like a woman, abortion is very deadly sin. But abortion is allowed when the that mother's life is at stake. So then it is not sin. If the doctors say, we can say only the lady or the child to the relatives. She is in delivery ward. So then the relatives can say, okay, save our daughter-in-law. The child can be aborted. So the doctors will abort the child. So then it is not sin. But the way abortion goes on nowadays, there is nothing like that. It's highly sinful. Just in 90 rupees abortion or free of cost in government hospital is highly sinful. You cannot kill a child. But in that case, it is allowed. It's natural. Because if the child is born without mother is dead while delivering, then poor fellow throughout life will be bereft of mother's love. But if the child is aborted and the mother remains, she can next time become pregnant again. She can produce few more children and all children will get mother's love. So in that case, that's what scriptures allow. These are all called as apad dharma. There are many varieties of dharma. That's why Krishna is saying sarva dharman parityajya. All based on body. These are all like bodily consideration, mental consideration, according to time, place, circumstances. One has to. That's why mahajano yena gatasa pantah. What is the beginning? Dharmasya tattvam before that. Tarko apratishto shrutayo vibhinno. All this tarka keeps going on. Mental speculation, all this. No, like this, I think this should be done. And other person, no. In the Bhagavatam, it says like that, or in the Upanishad, it says like that. So much of tarko apratishto. It is without base, apratishta. Shrutayo vibhinno. In all shrutis, in all scriptures, all varieties of things are said. Nasa rusir yasya matam na bhinnam. That's why two mental speculators, when they come together, nothing will match. Just like nobody can repeat the thesis of earlier PhD holder and say, give me PhD. No question. Your thesis has to be somewhat different. You understand? Then only you can get a PhD. Yes or not? So, in the college, maybe sometimes you copy the earlier boys, something for seminar, and nobody knows in the college, अरे ये तो हमारे ex-student था 10 years back, 20 years back, वही repeat किया इस लड़के ने. So there it is okay, but in PhD and all, I think they keep proper record. So there you will be caught, as it is you are repeating the thesis of earlier man, no question. You cannot get. So nasa rusi yasya matam na binnam. You are not a rusi unless your opinion differs from another rushi. Why? Because they are all well read in all the scriptures. All confusion. Dharmasya tattvam nihitam guhaya. So very confidential dharma duty at any given time, according to time, place, circumstances. Very confusing. Mahajano yena gatah sapantha. One should follow in the footsteps of Mahajana to know what is the dharma, what is the duty at this time, in this time, place, circumstances. That's why Krishna wants to glorify Bhishma as Mahajan. Otherwise, Bhishma is only famous as a politician, very famous, powerful warrior politician. How would the world know that he is Mahajan? This is the last moment Krishna used him. He showed. He explained to Yudhishthir, Arey, come on, you are not at fault. Earlier, Arjun got bewildered before war. After war, Yudhishthir is bewildered. Like that. So there Krishna spoke Bhagavad Gita. Here he is speaking. He is more trained in one sense. Krishna has already spoken Bhagavad Gita. Should be damn easy, easier than earlier. But he is not able to convince. Then Vyasadeva came. He is the writer of all the Vedas. He is not able to convince. Why? Because Krishna, the Supreme Person of Godhead, outside Yudhishthir, is trying to convince him how you are not at fault. But Krishna in the form of Paramatma in his heart saying, no, this is not proper. What Krishna is saying is not proper. I cannot accept it. Paramatma was telling him, don't accept. And he could not accept. And then Krishna said, okay, if that much is the thing, you don't listen to Vyasadeva, let's go to Bhishma. At least you believe in Bhishma, na? He said, yeah, Dadaji, chalo. And most bewildering, Krishna said, wear royal opulent dress. You are the emperor now. Generally, whenever you go to meet somebody who is about to die, you are supposed to wear very simple clothes without any ornaments, etc. That, हम आपके दुख में शामिल हैं. We feel quite bad that we'll be separated from you, all that. But they were surprised, but Krishna, whatever he says is fine. So they wore opulent. And when, from distance only, when Bhishma Dev saw, because the royal chariots sound good, that all that wheels. So then Bhishma he just looked, who has come? Oh, Yudhishthir is dressed as emperor. Jai. He's so happy. See how Krishna's activities are. Janma karma chame divyam. Krishna's activities are so divine. Now, even before Yudhishthir reached, from distance only, you saw him dressed opulently as the emperor. Yudhishthir was dancing in heart. And what to speak when they come close. And then he spoke. And the whole world came to know Bhishma is Mahajan. The duty is very difficult to ascertain at any given time. That's why we have council system also. To understand what am I supposed to do. Counselor should pray to Mahajanas. Because he can be bewildered by hearing the situation of the counseling. It's quite bewildering. Raishamru told us years before. I told him those 10-15 counselors that see, you all are counseling boys. Boys have deadly problems, love affairs. And they might have gone to the extent of lust, sexual intercourse. And they may tell you how they did it. And you will be completely shaken like anything. Ooh. And what counseling you will give? You will need counseling. So you will require a lot of purity of the mind to be able to counsel in such situation. So for that purity, we need strength, and that we will get by chanting holy name. On Ekadashi day, we should chant more rounds. I have decided to chant 64 rounds on every Ekadashi. So I request you all also, if you like, we can all chant together. Then we all agreed. And then we started. Next Ekadashi only, 10-15 of us with Radheshyam, we chant 64 rounds. Then every Ekadashi, even over a period of time, somehow the devotees left. Means they were not chanting 64 rounds. But some of us continued. It's very powerful, helpful. Is that okay? Yes.
जो 4 disciples
Not Ramacharya. Namma Alvar.
हाँ sorry. तो लास्ट में वो सुसाइड कर लिए थे.
किन्होंने?
नहीं.
No, they took those people, rich people or something. That's what I know. They took them in a boat, and the boat drowned, something like that. And the man, that one, he came back because he knew how to walk on the water. ये आपको किसने बताया सुसाइड वगैरह की?
मैं सुना था.
नहीं. They had to kill those people also. I don't remember the reason. What was the reason? Something was there. So then they are all taken in a boat in the middle of the ocean, and then the boat drowned, And this Prabhu came out because he knew how to walk on the water. He came walking. He came to the shore. They all were killed. But I don't remember why the reason. Some reason was it. Maybe, I don't know, they complained to king or something. So there was threat from them. They're attached to that money, no? If they knew these people and Namalva, they would have created trouble. So they were finished off. They'll get liberation because their money only was used against their will, though. Any other? Hare Krishna.
If somebody is not get initiated, we
I have given lecture in IIT BHU only
only
before
for
COVID.
COVID.
All these
All
Imam
these
Shubhru and all, I
all
think
that
they were
they were
students
students
that
that
time. So you
you
can
can
hear
hear
that.
that.
I'll
I'll
give you
give
the
you the
link.
link.
That
That
is
is
an
an
article
article
prepared by
prepared
His
by His
Holiness
Holiness
Bhakti
Bhakti
Rasamrita Swami
Rasamrita Swami
Maharaj,
Maharaj,
who
who
delivers.
delivers.
It's
It's
two,
two
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 and a
and a
half
half
hours
hours
lecture, I
lecture.
think. Based
Based
on
on
those
those
notes
notes
only.
only.
GPCs
GPCs
asked
asked
him
him
to,
to,
because a
because
lot
a
of
lot of
confusions,
confusions,
so write an
write an
article,
article.
prepare something based on Prabhupada books. So Maharaj wrote an article, presented to GPCs, and Maharaj himself took seminar in Pune. That is one of my favorites. So who delivers? You can hear the whole lecture. How 6-7 personalities are there who are involved in our deliverance. So in that, holy name also can deliver you, like that. But that doesn't mean that you should be against the whole Guru Parampara and all that. This is a bona fide way, and everybody can take initiation and strive to become purified and go back home, back to order. But holy name can also deliver you. Namacharya Haridas Thakur is one. Six personalities are there. Other devotees also. Diksha Guru. Diksha Guru's rule is very prominent. Apart from that, others also, Shiksha Gurus. Like that, 6 personalities. I will send you that thing. But chanting you cannot give up. Chanting has to be there. What is your number? Yeah. No, I'll send. Anyway, let him tell. 9. Check whether you got it. And in that search folder is there. In that, type who delivers. Just delivers you give, so it will come below. And that is the lecture you hear. That is given here only. Here means in this premises. I think the voice was different. I think that time. This was not there. This building was not there. When were the students? Himamshu Prabhu, Apurva Gopal Prabhu, Rohini Sud Prabhu. They were in second or third year, I think. On the next day of Nityantradeshi or somewhere, February period. Any other question? Hare Krishna.
Class very relishable, especially the prayers of Brahma. My question is that you mentioned in the verse number 8 that we have to have the vision of
Susamikshamaну.
Samikshamanu. That we might have done something in our previous lives, whose karma we are getting right now. So actually, at our stage where we tend to not look in that way, we tend to justify why I was not wrong.
That is short-sightedness, no? You are only saying in this case, okay, in this case you are free, you are pure. But in the past, what about the past? That also you have to acknowledge. That is the laws of karma, na? Gnana karmanoti. That whole barrel of grains, you put the fresh grains, but in the rotten one is coming out. But you don't understand that earlier, previous year you had put, that is all rotten, that was below. And you have put now fresh one from top, but from whatever exit, the receiving point is at the bottom. So the earlier grains are coming, earlier year. So that is the rotten one. So that you are receiving first. So likewise, some of the stuff of your previous lives also will come. No? In fact, this life may not come immediately. What we are doing now, that will come later. Most of the in three installments kind of our stock is given. First, in the punishment in Yamlok, in hells, lot of beating and all Yatana Sharir is given. Second, through 8.4 million species of life, we'll pass through few of them or many of them, depending on what karma we did. And then third is in this human birth, prarabdha. But still, aprarabdha is there. So a lot of things are there.
Ruchi, in this, like in devotee circle, that's fine. If you're outside amongst non-devotees and they inflict some misery to us, should we be coward or should we just, what should we do in that situation?
That's what is counseling is required. For Bhagavatam, first canto, Parikshit was cursed for no fault that he missed. That fault was not a fault because of dead snake. Like dead snake, somebody, like instead of garland, you put a hand, there's a dead snake, and you don't know, you in ecstasy come and you put dead snake around. And then I see, okay, it's a dead snake. Then I say, it's okay. Today no flower garland, it's a snake garland. Okay, maybe flower market is closed today. But if it is alive, then I will be scared. I may die also. So it was a dead snake. And it was not, he was not in 25th floor of New York City, Shamikurushi, isn't it? He was in the forest. They are used to seeing snakes, dead snakes, even lifting the dead snake. Dead snake found in the hermitage itself. And then taking some object and throwing it out. They were used to it. You understand? You are not the New York president. Snake on 25th floor. Unexpected. In New York City. So much security. They should have shot him dead on the ground only. How dare of him to come to 20. That kind of situation was not there. So, but then he accepted. So there is a verse there. He says, तिरस्कृता विप्रलब्धा शक्ता शक्ता हतापि नास्तिक प्रतिकुर्वन्ति तद्भक्ता प्रभवायपि. Tiraskrita, even if devotee is neglected, vipralabdha is cheated, shapta is cursed, shipta hatapi is killed, nastika pratikurvanti, he doesn't contract. That is a devotee. So this is absolute principle. But now we have to see, because you are acting as a devotee within an organization on behalf of Prabhupada ISKCON. So now your property is Krishna's property also, supposed to be. That's why we have to see easy also. How much you give. Otherwise you earn 1 lakh rupees per month and you give 10 rupees, 11 rupees per month. So then your property is Krishna's property is not so well acceptable. So then you have to preserve that money. If somebody is trying to cheat you, so then you may have to do something as per time plus circumstance. What to do? That requires maturity, that requires scriptural reading, guidance, and still it may be confusing in that particular moment. That's why we should have counselor whom we ask, oh, like this is the situation, what should I do? And he will tell you, do this, do that, like that. Because just the scriptural knowledge may not be enough, because that is bit theory only. Now the situation has changed. So what to do? Like for Vamandev, for Bali Maharaj, Vamandev came, Lord came, and apparently he was innocent, he did not know. Everybody is giving charity to one more person. And Shukracharya alarmed, hey, he is Vishnu. He will cheat you in 2 steps only, everything is natural. So then immediately he remembered Prahlad. My grandfather, my actual guru, this is Kulu Guru, he is a royal priest. My actual guru is Prahlad Maharaj. He told me that everything belongs to Vishnu and everything should be offered to Vishnu. And when Lord killed, Nrsimha killed Hiranyakashipu, my grandfather offered garland to not dead father. We were supposed to offer garland to dead body. But he offered to whom? You can see, he is not towards the head of Hiranyakashipu to offer him garland. He is towards the feet and he is trying to reach up to the head of Nrsimha. So my grandfather always taught me to surrender everything to Vishnu. So I am not going listening to this school guru at all. So like that. So he could recollect the teachings of Prahlad from childhood he got from grandfather. So we may be able to do that. Sometimes we may not do. Somebody is trying to cheat us. Now he is not necessarily Vamandev, Vishnu incarnation. He is a Kali Chela. So we may not allow our money to be used by him. How to deal with that situation? Everything we can get guidance from devotee. Yes.
Thank you.
Who else?
From yesterday's class, we were like, we should read but yesterday I read in memory.
One should not read too many books. Yeah, correct. Three things are there. I will tell you, na? Three things are there. They're together. One should not build huge temples, many temples. One should not accept too many disciples and read too many books. Why it is said? Because too many books you read, then you will be confused. बहुशास्त्रे बहुवाक्ये चित्ते भ्रमो है. You will be bewildered. Arey, either that's what just now we discussed, na? That nasa rusir yasse matam na bhinnam. Tarko apratishto shrutoyo abhinno. Shruti says, that's what Prabhupada is quoting in NOI also. In Sri Shopanishad. That in one place of the Shruti, it is said that if you touch the stool of any animal, you get contaminated, you have to take bath. And another place it is said, Vishnu temple, you should do this thing with gobar, cow dung. Right? Vishnu's temple, such a pure place, altar, you are cleaning with cow dung. And there it says that if you touch the stool of any animal, then you have to take bath. So this is bewildering. So because cow dung is very special, that has to be understood then from the scriptures only. So one will get bewildered by reading too many scriptures. That's why one should not read too many books. Now we are talking about all the books of Prabhupada, one Acharya, who is not bewildering you. He is taking you out of your bewilderment due to bewildering material energy. That is one thing. Then second, Prabhupada's books and Acharya's books, our Gaudiya Acharyas, they are in the same line. You will find in Prabhupada books only. Prabhupada says, Bhaktivinoda Thakur says this, Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says there, here, Jiva Goswami quotes here, Bhaktivinoda, then this Acharya, that Acharya, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Raghupati Upadhyay. So many Acharyas he has quoted. Madhvacharya, you can see literally, I'm not sure, but minimum whatever 15, 20, 30 acharyas he quoted easily. You can count in all books of Prabhupada because they are all having one purpose only. They are all in line only. It's the same Gaudiya Sampradaya only. So we follow that. So then it is not bewildering at all. I have read so many books of Rupa Goswami, Jiva Goswami. This is not bewildering. But Prabhupada is exactly following in the footsteps of those acharya only. One can become a Mahajan only by following previous Mahajan. So Prabhupada became Acharya by following all these Acharyas only. Rupa Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, Baldev Vidya Bhushan, Jagannath Das Babaji Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Thakur. So there is no bewildering thing at all. Sometimes because of being in the lower modes, one may think there are contradictions in the scriptures. But there is no contradiction. There is contradiction in your consciousness. So there is no contradiction in the Acharyas. They say the one thing only. So that's why when we are feeling that there is contradiction, we should have some devotee who resolves that. How he guides us. No, there is no contradiction. This is how this. So you see, there is no contradiction. And you understand, yeah, yes. Now I understand. There is no contradiction. Yes. So you should not read some other Sampradaya books. The other three Sampradayas are there. Sri Sampradaya. That you should not read. Because then there will be difference then. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when he went to South India tour, he went to Udupi. And Tattvavadis there were worshipping. They asked, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu asked, so what is the goal of our practices or your practices? They said, Varanashram Dharma. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, that is not the teaching of yours, our Sampradaya. Madhvacharya did not stress that and this, that. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said, how you are wrong. Madhvacharya followers were wrong. They got deviated in one sense. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu corrected them. So we don't go into other sampradayas, these other three bona fide sampradayas also. And what to speak of upper sampradayas, Mayavad, no question. Mayavadi भाष्य सुनी ले, हाय सर्वनाश, सत्यानाश हो जाएगा अगर आप Mayavadi, if you hear them. Mayavadi Krishna पर, so we don't hear them. We will not even open and read one line of Mayavad book, Mayavadi book. But our books all can be read. They are all in synchronization, what do you call? They are in harmony, they are in, what is the word? They are having the one truth only, extolled wonderfully. You can read hundreds and thousands of books of all our acharyas. Outside you go, you will be bewildered. Outside of our acharyas. Prabhupada's statement is there in first canto that, I will read out. A serious student would do better by reading these commentaries of acharyas. In one only it is there. There is reference to the Bhagavatam in other Puranas also, where it is clearly stated that this work was finished in 12 cantos, which include 18,000 shlokas. In the Padma Puran also, there is reference to the Bhagavatam in a conversation between Gautam and Maharaj Ambarish. The king was advised therein to read regularly Srimad Bhagavatam if he desired liberation from material bondage. Under the circumstances, there is no doubt about the authority of the Bhagavatam. Within the past 500 years, many erudite scholars and acharyas like Jiva Goswami, Sanatana Goswami, Vishwanath Chakravarti, Vallabhacharya, and many other distinguished scholars, even after the time of Lord Chaitanya, made elaborate commentaries on the Bhagavatam. And the serious student would do well to attempt to go through them to better relish the transcendental messages. Serious student. Other students should at least read Prabhupada's books. A serious student can, after reading, understanding, digesting the stuff, then he can go for reading all these commentaries, Vallabhacharya and all. I have the commentaries in Sanskrit also. But only thing, I'm not so good at it and I don't feel the need so much. Only when I have to give Bhakti Vaibhav, then I have read Prabhupada books and I see my notes. And apart from that, I read Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur's commentary. Sometimes, rarely, one more Acharya. 10th canto, we may refer to Sanatana Goswami. But otherwise on Bhagavatam, there are 10 Acharyas commentary on each verse. And for 10th canto, some 23 Acharyas commentaries are there. So, like you see, 20 verses we covered without going into any commentary. It took so much time. So if we get into 23 commentaries on 10th canto, this is the 10th canto. So first of all, one who is giving class, he needs to be very erudite scholar. And second, time has to be there. And other audience should feel, अरे क्या बोला, पूरा माइंड के ऊपर से उड़ गया. It will be very difficult. Not so easy. Yes, any other? Loving hand. Not only like there is happiness, everywhere Krishna is there. Sometimes only. At least other times you realize it and be happy. Shravanam. By hearing, your Jnana Chakshu develop. Then you can see that Krishna is there behind this. He wants to purify me. And eventually Premanjana Charita Chakshu, then you are ecstatic. No matter what Krishna does with you. Otherwise with Charma Chakshu you see, you will be bewildered. What's happening in my life? Why is Lord so cruel? That's why I'm telling that 4:14, 5:15, 9:9. You all have to read it and see what is there. What's the point being made? Why it is repeated 3 times? How is it so important that Prabhupada felt the need to repeat it 3 times? And 4:14, 5:15 is very quick. Just hardly previous chapter and now hardly 14 verses are over. Why is he again writing the same thing? And then again in 9th chapter, why is he again saying the same thing? So Charma Chakshu bewilders us. Jnana Chakshu gives us proper vision. A beautiful girl by seeing, you will be bewildered if you see through the eyes, these eyes. But through Jnana Chakshu you see, okay. Means you see skin is smooth, but inside you can easily see there is stool, urine, bile, mucus, liver, all dirty stuff is inside. How can you see this? With Charma Chakshu you cannot see this. In Charma Chakshu you will see only, wow, what a smooth skin. What eyes. Meenakshi. Fish like eyes. And fingertips are like, my God. अप्सरा ही है शायद. उर्वशी भी हो सकती है. So it requires Jnana Chakshu, and beyond Premanjana Chakshu you will have compassion. This girl is suffering because she is not connected to Krishna. And you'll tell her, please chant Hare Krishna. How much you are suffering? And she said, what suffering? I am not suffering. Prabhupada said that, I told, na, that lady only was asking a reporter something like about the creation. How you say the material world is very bad? We see this so nice nature, beauty and all that. Prabhupada said, you may be beautiful, but your stool is not beautiful. Who in life might have ever had conversation with her in which he or she reminded her of her stool? We only pass stool, we don't discuss it outside the toilet. And what to speak of somebody else discussing with us about the quality of our stool? Prabhupada is the only acharya. And she was beautiful. Reporters are not just ugly fellows. They are quite beautiful, quite knowledgeable, quite fluent in their language, and quite intelligent in asking questions. And Prabhupada ने उसका पंक्चर कर दिया पूरा. All throughout the day she must be remembering her stool only. Though she was outside the toilet. Generally we don't remember that activity after we come out of toilet. We forget it. We don't want to remember it like that. But similarly, another lady reporter asked, Swamiji, why do you shave your head? Prabhupada immediately asked, why do you shave your legs? Because she was wearing mini skirt, very short, scantily dressed. And all her thighs, knees, calves, ankles, and all are visible. So one thing is, by not covering her legs up to ankle, she had shaved her legs. And that is one meaning. Another meaning is they remove the hair also. These ladies, they remove air hostesses and all that. So that beautiful white skin will be there. Now you have white skin, but on that black or that brown color hair are there. So your shining white beauty is not visible. So when you remove the hair, your legs appear so beautiful, white, that fair complexion body. So both ways, Prabhupada clean, bold. Why did you shave your legs? And she was beautiful. She was looking at her legs only. Why did I shave my legs? There's no reason only. Why to shave the legs? There's no reason. And Prabhupada said, better to have cool head and warm legs. If you cover the legs, legs are warm. So warm legs are very good according to Ayurveda. That's why socks wearing and all is good. Like that. So Prabhupada said, better to have cool head. When you have hair, so much headache is there. Oh, how people look at my hair, and oh, they got disturbed, like this. So much, So you have a hot head then. All the thoughts are there about your beauty. When you remove the hair, there's no consideration. You're cool-headed. Like that. So Prabhupada is very smart. In one university lecture, one person, somebody asked like that, you shave your head, but why do you keep that ponytail behind? Like that. It's very offensive question. Prabhupada immediately, he stood up and asked, Prabhupada said, what is that tie in your leg, in your neck around? What is that for? And he lifted his tie and he was looking. It is not doing any function, na? At least here it is tying your neck. Okay, but why to tie the neck anyway? It may lead to strangling and death also. Here what is it? Hanging only. Belt you put, that is okay. Your vest size and your pant size, it will be a bit different. So you want the pant not to fall down. So you put a belt there. That is understandable. Isn't it? Everything is understandable. We have zip there for passing water and some belt, that thing is there. Everything. Pockets are there because you want to keep your money, valuables and all that. But what is that tie hanging there? What is it? It's foolishness. It's winter, cold. So, okay, you put the top, this thing, button also. And you put some kind of tight thing. That is also okay. But this hanging portion, what is it? So, he was bewildered. He could not answer. Prabhupada asked him, why are you hanging that tie around your neck? So he could not answer. Prabhupada said, sit down. So he sat down. Prabhupada had high presence of mind. He would counter question and the person is not able to answer only. He wanted to checkmate Prabhupada by asking such a question that Prabhupada will not be able to answer. But Prabhupada would counter question and the person is not able to answer. Yatamam prapadyante. He got, and all throughout the lecture he might be thinking, what is this hanging? cloth piece around my neck. What's the purpose of it? Because nobody has answer for it. I asked this question to an air hostess, Indigo airline. That girl asked, why are you having that handkerchief around your neck? And she said, I don't know that. Like that. Then I told her, just see here, our Acharya is writing in proper purport. Like that. It's a sign of humility and all that. So I said, your Indigo original managers, they might be knowing Vedic scriptures. So, because you all are serving all the passengers over here, you should be humble. So that's why they must have put this as your uniform code and all. So thank you very much. I never knew this. So yeah, you can read Prabhupada books to know all the norms of your Indigo, then Air India, and all other airlines like that. Everything is there in Prabhupada books. See why the Indigo ladies should have the handkerchief around their neck. That is given by Prabhupada in his books. So what is not there? Tell me now. Everything is there in Prabhupada books. They don't know, but we know. Without being air hostesses. By reading. Exactly when I was in the plane, I was reading that, and then I called her only, and I asked her that why are you wearing that? And she was speechless. I don't know. That is our uniform. I said, well, what is that? What is that for? So then I told her, showed her. I made her read, so she was happy. Yes. Any other question? Krishna? Favors. Awards.
Like then why?
Misusing the free will. We are in the bad world. No? Here everybody is against Krishna. So Sangat Sanjayate Kama. And everybody is bad. We also want to be bad. Originally we had bad desire. Ichha dvesha samuthena dvandva mohina bharata. That is only because the devotee has given that thing to him. He says, no, Lord, I am yours. You can do anything with me. So then Krishna will say, okay, I'll try to do some things with you. Let's see whether you really mean it. He will not do with you. Don't worry. You don't want Lord to interfere in your life. So he will not interfere. He'll say, okay, you be happy with 1.2 per month or 1.5 lakhs per month. I will not interfere with you. He will not. Only if you. Then the Maya is there. For those who don't surrender to Krishna, Jahan Krishna Tahan Nahi Maya Radhikar. Those who don't surrender to Krishna, for them Maya is there. So Maya will see your karma, previous life, karmana daiva netrana, and you will get reactions accordingly. But one who surrenders to Krishna, Krishna is personally interfering then. To the degree devotee is surrendered, to the degree he allows the Lord. If not, then Maya only is there. So don't worry, Krishna will not be harsh Lord. In fact, that 4:14, 5:15, 9:9 clarifies that. So many times I am bringing in that reference so that now you will be highly curious. है क्या इस वर्ष में? बार बार घुमा फिरा के उधर ही लाते हैं प्रभु. क्या इतना क्या है? आपको पढ़ना पड़ेगा. और वो वेदांत सूत्र है. तब all fuse will be blown off. सब फ्यूज उड़ जाएंगे आपके, क्योंकि वो नॉर्मल भागवत गीता भागवत नहीं है. So to understand is not so easily. I heard the explanation from one disciple of His Holiness Gopal Krishna Goswami Maharaj, senior disciple. He was in GBC college. He had come to NUCC. That means he will be GBC in future. Senior devotee. I loved his explanation. Yes. Any other? Any last bit of stress of confusion, clarification, question? Yes.
And he has to transcend himself to mode of goodness. Then is it he has to pass through passion through to goodness? What
Generally, yes.
yes.
Generally, he has to go through passion. But otherwise, if he surrenders to the pure devotee, then he will transcend the modes. He is not getting elevated in modes. He is transcending the modes. So then he doesn't have to. Just like it's like, goodness is like middle path of the mountainous region. In the high you are climbing, and ignorance is on this side, passion is on that side. So you have to come to the middle. So sometimes you may go in the process, you may go a little bit there, and then somehow, just like that pendulum is there, na? It goes like this, like this. Or Radhesham Prabhu gives example of Renault pen, what do you call that, lead. Renault plain white and the blue lead, isn't it? So when you put it like that, if you give it to child will pull that portion. And now if you keep it here, it won't act as grip, won't be there because he twisted it. So what you have to do, you have to pull it like this. Now you cannot bring it straight, you have to take it to the other side. So it was like this, the child made it like this, you have to take it like this, and overall it will come in the middle, and then it will have some gripping power, and then the Renault pen can be properly kept in your pocket. So likewise from ignorance you'll have to take a little bit passion, like in the balancing, and then you'll come in the middle, goodness, like that. But now imagine some helicopter fellow comes. So he gives you rope. You are on this side of the valley, you may fall and die. So he gives you rope and you catch it, then he takes you directly on the top of the mountain. So it is not even coming to the goodness. Directly he can take you to the ultimate point. Ultimately, in the being in the middle of that mountainous region, what is the point? You have to reach the top of the mountain. He will directly take you without bringing you to the middle path. He will directly take you. That is like pure devotees intervention. Then it doesn't matter which mode you are in. Whichever mode you are in, you are just doing for his pleasure. Anything you do, he is pleased. Yasse prasadat, Bhagavad prasad. You will directly get mercy of the Lord. You don't need to play with these modes from passion to come to goodness, or from ignorance to come to passion, from passion to goodness, the goodness. That is all not required. It's a elevator, no? Fast. Directly lift. Otherwise, staircase means from ground floor to go to third floor, you'll have to first go to first floor. Then you'll have to go to second floor. Then you reach third floor. Not only that, from ground floor to first floor, you cannot directly go from first step to 10th step. First step to 0th step to first step. First to second. If you are a little bit advanced, then little big, you can go from 0th step to second or third step. But then also that will be a little tiring. Very soon you'll be exhausted. So that is how the process is. Any other? A lot of questions. Good.
So
Bhakti Thakur says that. I only repeated it.
So we develop simplicity, but sometimes happen we need also hardship. Some like कोई हमारे साथ.
Simplicity and hardship have nothing to do with each other.
But sometimes we need if some other
Simplicity
person.
means simplicity of the heart. Hardship, you are talking hardship, no? Hardship is the body. You work hard. That is different.
Like अगर हम सिंपल है, सिंपलिसिटी है हमें, और कभी किसी के खिलाफ हमें हार्डनेस भी दिखानी पड़ती है, मतलब कोई
That is
हार्शनेस.
harshness. That is different. Simplicity is different and harshness is different.
So like अगर हम
Simplicity means what is there in your heart, you speak that, and you do also the same. Again, simplicity is duplicity. I have one thought in the mind, I speak another, and I do third thing only. This is called a duplicity. Harshness is nothing to do with that. Mild and harsh, that is okay. Somebody is a mild devotee, soft spoken, that is okay. And somebody is a harsh devotee. क्या है प्रभु जी? ये क्या नहीं अपनी सेवा? हाँ? पता था ना आपको सुबह? Like that. So he appears very harsh. Means he is harsh maybe. Harshness is different and simplicity is different. You understood? Or not?
yes.
But you ask your question without referring to simplicity. You ask your question without referring to simplicity. Don't remember my point. You ask your question without all those points.
Like generally जैसे कोई डिवोटीज या कोई भी मतलब आउटसाइड पर्सन हमें क्रिटिसाइज करता है, तो उस समय हम लाइक सिंपल नहीं रह सकते. उस समय हमें अपनी नेचर से बाहर अगर कुछ उन्हें हार्ड
नेचर से बाहर
मतलब हार्ड बनना पड़े.
क्यों बनना है हार्ड?
मतलब
क्या प्रॉब्लम है?
कुछ
लेट हिम. किसी ने मेरे मुंह पे थूका तो क्या बड़ी बात है? मैं जाके वॉश बेसिन तो मिल ही जाएगा ना आजू बाजू में. और बाहर ही हो तो होगा कुछ तो वॉशरूम धो लेंगे। किसी होटल में जाके पानी मांग ले तो दे देगा वो, पता है इसके थूक लगा है तो पहुँच डालेंगे, सो धो डालेंगे। क्यों उसके साथ टाइम पास करना है? उसने अपना टाइम वेस्ट किया ना, पूरा निकाल कर थूक कर दिया, नहीं कि नहीं? हमें क्यों टाइम पास करना है? So many times we go out on the street and so much dust or this carbon monoxide, we get polluted. We come and take bath also, isn't it, to get purified. तो वैसे ही है. Those appear to be coming from dead elements. This person is live person who spat on my face. So what? उसका प्रॉब्लम है, मेरा कुछ प्रॉब्लम नहीं. When somebody comes and spits on my face, उसका प्रॉब्लम है कि मेरा प्रॉब्लम है? उसका प्रॉब्लम है, उसको कुछ तो अंदर से हो रहा है गड़बड़, मुझे क्या लेना देना. अगर मैं सोचा है मेरे ऊपर थूका तो नहीं, हाँ, तो फिर मेरा बहुत बड़ा प्रॉब्लम हो गया, उससे 10 गुना ज़्यादा. और वो उसमें उसको मजा आएगा, हाँ यही तो बात थी. आई वांटेड टू एजिटेट हिम. Greatness of a person has to be estimated by his ability to tolerate provoking situations. If somebody provokes you by spitting on you, passing stool on your head, सोचो फिर क्या करोगे आप? फिर तो आप तिल मिला उठोगे, तांडव नृत्य, प्रलय हो गया अभी प्रलय. एटलीस्ट वाराणसी को प्रलय से डुबा दूंगा मैं, उतना पावर नहीं हम में. शांत रहो. धीरस तत्र न मुह्यति मीन्स व्हाट इन इंग्लिश? Meaning of this line is what? Dhiras tatra na muhyati. Where does this line come? Now your test. See, because of asking that question, maybe you became angry and now you forgot. It's in Bhagavad Gita. Dehinosmin yatha dehe kaumaram yauvanam jara tatha dehantara praptir. Simple. So what is the meaning of dhiras tatra na muhyati? I am asking you also some question. As a part of answering your question, I am also asking you a question. What is the meaning of this phrase? Dhiras tatra na muhyati. A sober person is not bewildered by such a change. An embodied soul passes through different phases of life, from boyhood, from childhood to boyhood to youth to old age to death. So he is not bewildered by such a change. So when you see so many things happening around changes, you should not be bewildered. If you are dhira, and dhira means one who is in knowledge. If you are in knowledge, you understand, okay, my karma, in previous life I might have spat on his face. So now in this life I'm getting reaction, no problem, fine. Maybe 10,000 liters of spittoon was supposed to be spat upon me, but Krishna knows I'm trying to be his devotee, तो उतना नहीं आया, no problem. Krishna is very merciful. Krishna बड़ा दया में. And you go to washroom somewhere, you wash face. जरूरत ज़्यादा लगे तो take bath, full bath, and proceed with your work. What's the point? Why to get disturbed? आपका क्या बिगड़ता है? आपका कुछ भी बिगड़ता नहीं. There is one Maharashtrian saint, Eknath Maharaj. He would take bath, I think, in Godavari. And when he was coming, there was some kind of entrance point. And on the top there, entrance somewhere, there was house of one man. So when Eknath Maharaj, after taking bath in Godavari, when he was passing through that gate, so this person saw he was eating pan. Like that, and he exactly spat on the head of Eknath Maharaj. So pan, chabaya, that fell on his head. So then he went, and again he saw up, so he just did not say anything. He went and took bath. And like that, every day it would happen, it seems. Sometimes I heard that several hundred times he spat, and those many times Maharaj went and took bath also. One day he took bath and he was coming, and he passed through the gate. Nobody spat on him, and he was wondering what happened to that man. So he inquired how to reach there. Somebody told staircase. He went. He met the man. Man was lying on almost kind of deathbed. He was terribly sick. No one to take care of him. Eknath Maharaj said, "Sir, what happened to you?" He said, "I am having fever and I'm not having medicine." He said, "Okay." He called Vaidya and all that. And Vaidya recommended some medicine. Eknath Maharaj administered that. Apart from that, he also cooked for him simple food stuff, khichdi kind of, and fed him and all that. That man was so grateful. He said, "My God, every day I was spitting on your head. You never became upset, angry. Rather, you took bath. Now, how did you not become angry?" He asked also. Eknath Maharaj said, you gave me the opportunity to take bath in Godavari. People from all over the place, they come to wherever Godavari is to take bath. And you gave me opportunity to take several baths in Godavari. I am very grateful to you. Because of your kindness, I could took so many baths. And that man was stunned. My God, what a vision. This is called a Chakshudan. Chakshudan dilo jai janme janme prabhu se divya gyan hriday prakashita. This is Jnana Chakshu. Seeing with higher vision. Just like sometimes we are not able to read properly, you put some specs or something. Like three-dimensional pictures are there. With normal vision, you can't understand properly. You wear the 3D specs and then you see, you get a proper understanding of what that photo is about. Like that. So you should develop higher vision. Lower vision will only irritate you, trouble you, pain you, agitate you. So many problems. So that's why Arjuna was so much bewildered. Gandivam sramsate hastat takchaiva paridayate. Gandiv is slipping out of my hands, he's saying. Arjuna was famous. To hold Gandiv itself was not an easy thing. It was not a joke. Gandiv was very heavy also, very powerful. It's a celestial weapon. Gifted by whom? Shiva or somebody. Agni. Not an easy thing. But Arjun could not only hold it, use it expertly, dexterously also, powerfully. But because of bodily concept of life, he's thinking, how can I fight with my own relative? It was slipping out of his hands. He was not able to have any hold on it. This is how Maya is bewildering. So don't be confused, don't be. Things will go on. One day you'll have to die also, isn't it? Imagine you are on deathbed for 5-10 days before your death. And doctors only say that last 5 days max. And you happen to hear also, or your relatives tell. How will you feel? Oh, I got 5 days. I earned so much. I built entire empire. After I passed out from IIT BHU, I took a big job and I earned so much money. I had 5 BHK and I had car and I had this and that, and now all will be taken away. What will you do? This is somebody spitting 10 crore kg of spittoon on your face, or somebody kicking us, or somebody slapping on our face only. Para bhavas tavad abodha jata yavanna jigyasata atma tattvam. As long as you don't inquire about the higher reality of life, atma tattva, about you not being the body and soul, you don't have self-relation, parabhavas, you will meet only with parabhav, with defeat. Abodha jata, you are not aware of what the life is all about. So people will do that. You tell me you are going for a college interview or something, very nicely dressed, coat, suit, tie, boot, everything, and you have prepared very nicely. When you are passing through one tree, one bird dropping, that falls on your head and little bit on your this thing also. What will you do? उसको आप हार्ड हार्टेड होके उसको मारने लगोगे क्या? You will look for what? Washroom, ना? Washroom you will look for जल्दी से जाके, and then you will wash your head and all properly without making your clothes wet. But that portion little bit will become wet, something like that. And now time is not there to come back to voice and take bath because you got contaminated. Now you'll have to go directly like that. You'll appear for interview, you'll do your best, and then after coming to voice, you'll take bath, you'll wash your clothes. So like that. That person who is shouting on you, spitting on your face, passing stool on your head, is not anything to do with you. Basically, your karma is coming. He's just an instrument of your karma. It's like a boomerang. I release that, and it comes and hits me only. So nobody can be blamed. I only release it. But if nobody sees, or I also don't see the earlier part, then it looks like, अरे मुझे hit किया इसने. It's not like that. It's my own karma. Just like children, parents do ना, child falls on the ground, the parents beat the earth. इसने तुम्हें तकलीफ दिया. It's not earth. You did not walk properly, you fell down. It's your problem. Not earth's problem. Earth gave support. अर्थ में तो अर्थक्वेक हो जाए और 2 टुकड़े हो जाए और आप अंदर चले जाओ तो मर ही जाओगे आप. अर्थ गिव सपोर्ट. Had earth not supported, in that case you would have died. You only fell down, but earth doesn't support, you will die on the spot. So we should thank those who are instrument of our karma. Karma is getting exhausted also. It's very good. My father would say, Bhogun sampole pahijet in Marathi. Whatever reactions we are supposed to get, take them up, take them up. All the distress, misery comes. Better let it get exhausted. Because once it's exhausted, you have no more karma remaining. He was of that philosophy. 30 years he did not go to doctor. So many things happened. He vomited blood once. He did not tell anyone. He did not go to doctor at all. He said, exhaust your karma so that you don't have to take another birth. Wonderful philosophy in one sense. But we have the body meant for Krishna service. If you feel the need of going to doctor, you may go to doctor. But otherwise, that is also not required. You can also, Prabhupada said, never take me to doctor. These needles, ventilator, not required. Let us die peacefully. Marna to hai. Richest people, do they not die? In fact, they die in ICU only. ICU is what? It's a combined death house. Mass death house. सब जाके उधर मरेंगे ही क्योंकि वो क्रिटिकल कंडीशन में. And no matter how much your doctor tries to save, will he be able to save him? Beyond his death point, nobody can save him. कोई नहीं. There's no need to go to doctor and hospitals and all that in that last phase of life. Now is the time. Human birth is for purification by glorification of the Lord. So do that now. Last moment, what is the point? Just like you all know, you are a student. Now semester began. You have to study. Exam is going to be there today or tomorrow. Chalo, in April they don't conduct exam. They'll conduct in May. 1 month it may get delayed. 2 months it may get delayed. Sometimes it may get delayed by 5-6 months, COVID or something like that. But exam will be there. You have to prepare. What is the point? The exam you did not prepare well throughout semester, and now the last, and you are saying, teacher, sir, just give me 5 more minutes. What is the point? Semester 6 months before only you are told exam is going to be there. What is the point? Last minute, 5 minutes. No, sir, madam, just 5 minutes. 5 minutes, 5 months were given to you. Why are you crying for 5 minutes? It is useless in one sense. So prepare yourself for the reality of life and that real life itself. Reality of life and real life itself in Golok Vrindam. If you don't prepare now, then when will you prepare? You will fail in the exam. Anybody who doesn't study for exam throughout semester and suddenly he appears in exam, surprise test or something like that, what is the outcome? He'll fail only. He did not study. You're supposed to study from day one, not at the last moment. Or you cannot appear for exam without studies. So study, prepare. Life is an examination. Death is the life is an preparation and death is the examination. Don't get disturbed. Okay. Any other? We can club this class with evening class. Just how many hours are there? Only 8 hours, na? 8 hours later we'll have that class anyway. And prasadam can be served online. Altar can be closed. Devotees can take prasad. Okay, we'll end here. ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की, भगवान ब्रह्मा की, भगवान कृष्ण की, श्रील प्रभुपाद की, समवेत गौर भक्त वृंद की, निताई गौर प्रेमानंदी. Who is there online? Are they able to tolerate that long? Here at least it is little direct, na? There, anybody is there? Huh? Who are they? Itishri Jyoti Jada Mataji. And Vidhi Mataji, I don't know. ठीक है. Good. They are also quite tolerant. More tolerant than all of you. Because there is no direct person there. No?